Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. How are we doing? Unlimited donuts. Exactly, funny boy. Hello, Sam. Hello, funny boy. Hello, Sky. Hello, Benny. Hello, Snatchy. Hello there, Skittle. Who else is here? Hello, Kai. And I think that's everyone right now. How are we all doing today? It's Weeding Rainbow. I'm gonna bet. I watch a vid that's gonna be watching Markiplier playing for FNAF, so yeah! More Markiplier for FNAF. Can't down that, Sam. Hello, Phil! Welcome! Hi, dumbass. Who, me? Shit, there's a reference somewhere. I forgot what it's called. Wait. It's like, hey, dumbass. wait, it's like, hey, dumbass. Goku! Dumbass! Or something. And we'll watch Team 4 Star get that reference. Anyway, I'll be Mike Griffin a plush in 3 months' time. I'm not gonna give context to that, Mindy. If anyone asks, you can give the context. Also, hi, Blue Maboo. Welcome to the stream. What are we doing? Oh, you guys know? It's Weeding Rainbow Wednesday. It's W.W.W. It's the reading. It's with the stream where we read stuff. We used to do reading streams all the time, but we kind of like removed it. So now we make it a once a weekly thing. I'll bring it back. WWE Weeding Rainbow Engagement. we read in a calm, peaceful voice while wrestling to the tune of Nintendo music. We need to continue winding. WWE. Wait, you know, mail? No, it might have mail. I don't know. Yeah, sorry for the late stream. I'm finishing up my food, but I got stuck in traffic, and also I went to Raising Cane's, which is a Midwestern thing. I sell chicken tenders. That's all it is, and yeah, that's why I was late. It's legit the only reason why I'm late. I just got home just now. We read, we wrestle. This library is awesome. These are like Silent Library vibes. You guys ever watch Silent Library? Oh my god, I missed that. Skittle says, I love your home. I love my home too. This is the Abyss. Welcome to the Basics. Oh shit. No, I found this song. Oh. So, have you ever had braces, Snatchy? Technically. They weren't my front teeth. They were only for the my bottom part of the teeth. Or they go like, they're kind of like dentures. Not dentures. They went right behind my teeth. Does that count? I don't know what it's called. It's technically like right behind everything. Benny says, oh, Raising Cane sucks massive dookie? What is wrong with you? Are you high? Does the Midwestern state you live in sell bad Raising Canes? Oh, I like it. Oh, God. Remember I wrote that my account got hacked? I think I remember that. It's been like a few weeks ago, right? Can I live in the Abyss too? You might be abysmal neighbors. I'll walk a few millennia to the left, maybe you'll find me. What street do you live on? Maybe. I got braces yesterday and I actually hate it. There's nothing wrong with braces. You can make braces in trend and look cool. No, I just hate fried chicken. Okay, Raising Cane's doesn't suck. You just don't like fried chicken. That's the difference, Betty. You suck. Okay, back. Someone give me a sub in Zelcher's stream. So I go there for a quick second. Weird. Yes. Bro, how do you not like fried chicken? It's a Yukon. Like you got the sub from Zelcher's stream and you came back here, Kai. What a goated what a goated viewer. You're the best, bro. No, we're almost done here, by the way. Like, we're literally almost done. Alright, here, finish eating. I'm just so uncomfortable and sometimes painful, says Snatchy. Okay. I can see that. But, I mean... That's only for now. I'm sure once your teeth actually straighten out and the braces, like, fit better, then bam. You'll be fine. We're 2,000 miles away back from here snoring. Shut up. Please. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Hey. I didn't know. I was just enjoying my sleep. Okay, it's usually pretty quiet here, so You know, sometimes maybe I'll be the loud one, but I'm a voice actor and a streamer. What can you say? Nom nom nom. Sam says, imagine being 12, 13, it's your first time going to the dentist. Totally not me. Yes, I started going to the dentist around 12 or 13. I think I want to say I went younger, but that's only because, like, my parents really wanted me to get my teeth checked out when I was, like, young. Only because I never brushed my teeth as a little donut, and I never brushed my teeth, and then I never, I always drink a lot of soda and a lot of candy, so I'm surprised my teeth aren't, like, completely deteriorated, but, you know, I still have them, so yeah. It feels like I have too many teeth to study mine. I'm so young. I think I went to the dentist when I was like 7. I want to say 7. So, is 7 young, Skittle? Kai says, okay, I'm getting an avatar skin on Fortnite. Nah, you're kidding me. It's not real. That's not a real collab. You're kidding me. Benny says, I have a misplaced canine tooth that's higher than others, so I can't get its braces. Wait, that's actually kind of big. That's kind of goated. You can't have braces now. I mean, can you have one of those Invisaligns, like, things? Being Toph is goated. Okay, I'm gonna throw my tray away. I'll be right back 1 second. Don't cause too much chaos in the chat while I'm gone. Be back soon. Okay, I'm back. No chaos. The reason for my fear of needles started when I got my first baby shot. I was so young, so I don't know what age I was. I outgrew the fear at 9 or 10, sometime there. You outgrew it somehow. I'm making an avatar-based story on ChatGPT. BRB? Alright, bet. I hate needles, yet when a needle has to go inside my arm for blood testing or injections, and I just stare down, I don't know why, I do the same for when in my mouth. You're just like, it's going, wait, you have needles going in your mouth? That's so weird. Where do you, oh, wait, never mind. No, that's not weird. When they put numbing agents in your gums, never mind. Is that a phobia of needles? Everyone, because that's a real thing. Yeah, phobia of needles is a real thing. Sorry, I will skip comments. Skittle says, everyone on your stream is so nice compared to other streams. Yeah, for the most part. You should see our crazier days. I think usually when we play like Roblox, we'll get some pretty crazy shit. I don't know. I just try to tell everyone to be a little nice, and you know, everyone is, you know. And I will be very grateful until the day the abyss explodes. It can't hurt you if you intimidate it. Exactly, dude. For just, I'm not afraid of you. You just start punching the needles like, I'm not afraid. Toro is high. I most like. You know what? If I ever was one day, and I was on that side, no one would know. No one would ever know. Bro, I hate wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth, I don't know. I need to get rid of wisdom teeth. I have wisdom teeth that are like actually moving my teeth right now, and they need to be removed. But like they don't hurt that much, so I'm kind of like, we'll get her like eventually. I had my wisdom teeth removed a few years ago. That's early for you. That's early. I know you're still like very. I know how young you were. I know that was early. I paid actual fucking money to see Toro High. I mean, it's legal where I live. I can legally like smoke weed and get high or eat edibles. It's just not my thing. Maybe I'll do how Germa does it. you guys see Germa streams, right? Where Germa just like straight up just like it's just straight up high on stream, and you just like you can basically just tell like he just not fuck. I got like, let me find a moment. I think I know where you. Let me find a Germa is high moment real quick. Hold on. Can I do that? Let me change over screens real quick. Where's a Germa is high moment? It's really funny. It's actually super funny. Hold on. I watch a lot of Sentinels, okay, and Valorant. Don't question me. All right. Hold on. Let me pause this real quick. It's just really funny.
Today. Thank you for the $2 total here. There's no way you're not stoned every stream. And then he said that you love the skits that I do. Well, I can tell you, I'm not stoned every stream. I actually don't think no, I don't. What do you mean? I don't think. I've never been stoned on stream.
Toro, you need to watch a German meme.
Stoned.
Okay, one day.
Excuse me.
It's a German, not German.
Excuse me.
A man has fallen into the.
Hold on.
My brain's fried. It doesn't help that, like, I decided today was the day that I was feeling a little tight this morning.
That's it.
And I did a little bit of THC and CBD to alleviate that, and this is probably the wrong day. Like 2 hours ago, I was just like, wait a minute, what the fuck is happening? I don't do drugs. That's what I'm saying. I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't do.
There's a better moment, but just Germa constantly saying that he doesn't smoke or do it, but and then just always being. It's just funny. He's always on something. Okay, I'm gonna switch over real quick. Does anyone have stories you can watch or read? Not watch. Why would you watch stories? We're reading today. Please send them to my Discord or the chat because I gotta pull it up. I gotta get everything organized. We're gonna do Benny's story first because I don't have anyone else. I sent mine to you. Okay, you're the only one I got. Funny Boy will get you yours later after you start tweaking stuff. And I think we're about pretty lit, pretty good. Oh, you guys, no, that's the wrong window. Hold on. Let me switch over. Right, there we go. Alright, bam! Let's read the FNAF books, JK. I mean, if you know, Scott, Mr. Kaufman says it's okay, I'll do it. Mine too. Oh yeah, Phil, we gotta see how your story is gone. We gotta see how much it's grown. Oh, I got like chicken oil in my throat. Is that weird? Hold on. Hydration. My magnum opus. Blue says, I have removed 2 wisdom teeth. One was easy to get out. My other dentist had to break in the had to break it into 2 and get it out because its roots were all wild. Holy. That is crazy. Did you get the sleeping gas that puts you that puts you to sleep? That makes sense. Or did you get like a numbing agent instead and stayed awake? Because I feel like if I was awake when my teeth were getting pulled out, I'd probably just sit there in pain and be like, I want to go home. I'd rather they just knock me out and I just have to face the pain. Are we actually reading the FNAF books? We could. I'll theoretically say we could. We could. I don't have money to buy the book online. So maybe we'll pirate it. Yarr. Check DMs. Okay, I'll check. I'm assuming it's no story. We're gonna get through this, then we'll check the DMs. Since this is a small website altogether, you could probably read it all in one sitting. I think, you know, since we stream like 3 hours, probably could. No gas? Damn. You are a champ, Ballsy. I can't do that. I I just cry. The doctors will be working on my wisdom teeth, and they just look at me, and I'll just have tears coming down my eyes. Just be like, "Are we done yet? I want to go home." But I don't want to squirm because they're going to mess up and stab my mouth if I do. Let's pirate FNAF books. Yeah! Yeah! How do my feet smell? I need new socks. Alright. Are we good to start reading, by the way? It's been like 20 minutes. We haven't started reading anything. God, I haven't read anything in a while. Clear my throat. Yeah. Alright. Let me give a little content, well, not content warning. I'm gonna give a heads up. I'm gonna give a heads up. You're gonna love this one? Alright, I hope so. I'm gonna give a little heads up. So, we're just gonna be chilling or reading. I will avoid reading chat unless maybe after a chapter finishes or until like I feel like it's necessary. Like if something surprises me to a concerning amount, I will check out chat. But I'm gonna see how far we can, so we can save time. I'm gonna read through this whole thing in one go, and make it all continuous. If it's something really, really important that you want to say to me, make it a text to speech. All right, make it a text to speech, and I can hear it. Read the before you read because it's a content warning. Okay, well we're gonna read that anyways. No worries, we got you. Anyone who wants to go into podcast mode and just put me in the background, feel free and go ahead. I will be screaming whenever I need you back. So feel free to just vibe, get a snack, get a drink. If it's nighttime, put this to your go to bedtime, whatever it is. And as usual, we'll be continuing. Let me read everything before we start though. As a kid, I had a problem where one tooth grew into another, and I stopped brushing it because it hurt. So yeah, my tooth was fudge. Well, your tooth grew into another, like it sprouted like a vegetable, or it started growing and then pushed into a different tooth. Because either way, that's fucked. That's both fucked. I'll have this playing while I'm gonna go play Roblox. Fair enough. That sounds good. Oh, that sounds good, Sam. All right, I've been summoned. What the hell is going on here? Hi, Eve. We're doing, dude. It's been forever. We're doing a Weeding Rainbow Wednesdays. Lou says just a small injection of anesthetic. English is hard. I didn't feel a thing, but I could hear the tooth being pulled out. You could hear it? Oh. You just hear like a...
Phillit1 says Toro when he needs someone. Get back here, you little.
Ah! What's up, Smithy? Welcome to the readings. The Weeding Rainbows to weed. Why don't y'all just yank them out? Yes, yank out your wisdom teeth. Just pull out your whole fucking mouth. That's because I'm doing art. Ah, that makes sense. If you're doing art, you can just listen to the stream. You don't have to focus too much. I like that. Good idea. Big brain Eve. Also, ADS Belts? What is this, school? Yeah, welcome to the chat. No, we're gonna do reading some stories now. Fan stories, official stories, whatever. We're gonna be chilling, just doing this though. So everyone get ready. We're gonna be vibing. I'm not gonna read chat while I'm reading, so get through as much as we can. Also, hi Star, welcome to the stream. Yeah. Well, okay, yeah,
The
Kai,
funny
we'll get
boy
to your story
Corner
after
Games
this one.
says he's tiny. Get back here, you little. You minuscule plebeian.
You guys are gonna have a little fight, text-to-speech, while I'm reading this, aren't you? Alright, okay, read? Alright. Well, I was awake throughout. That's rough. I need to sleep if I can let my teeth taken out. Anyways, off we go now. I will start reading. You all let me know if you guys need anything. Bros, Homer. Why you don't? Alright. I'm gonna read in 3, 2, 1. Let me know if everything sounds good. Right Here, Right Now, by Zach Robertson. Before you read, here's some information you should know. This book is intended for an audience above the age of 15. This book includes mild language, depictions of blood, references to mental illnesses, abuse, alcohol, death, broken bones, mild gore, and characters in peril. This book is classified as an action, a mystery, and a horror. This book is also pro-LGBTQ+. So, if you're homophobic, transphobic, all of that, leave as you are not welcomed here. This book is a work in progress. Things will be fixed in this finished version. in the finished version. This is also my rewritten version of a book I started in 2019, 8th grade, and finished last year, start of my 12th grade year. But it did not turn out the way I was wanting it to. Plus, it only ended up being 61 pages long when I planned it to be at least 130 pages long. If you really want to read it, it has a good few things in it that I'm expanding off of in this rewritten version. But it's mostly cringe and no longer counts as canon to a point. Lol. You can read it right here though. You can read it right here. You can't click on that, sorry chat. This book includes the original draft too. It was inspired by The Lost Causes of Bleak Creek by Rhett McCaughlin and Link Neal, the Good Mythical Morning hosts. But it would also include inspirations from such pieces of media as Encyclopedia Brown, Boy Detective, The Great Gatsby, Vincent the Secret of Myers, In Stars in Time, and so much more. Anyways, I've done enough talking. I'll let you enjoy the prologue. The first chapter, the second chapter, and the third and part of the third chapter for yourself. Thank you, and may the power rule. Yours truly, Zach Robertson. Zach Bendy attack. 1, 2, 2, 4. He was a killer, a thing that preyed, living on the things that lived, unaided, alone, by virtue of his own strength and prowess, surviving triumphantly in a hostile environment where only the strong survive. Jack London, The Call of the Wind. This book is dedicated to those who think the outside is boring and mundane. You never know what new adventure, dangerous or amazing, may be waiting outside. And a special thanks to Mr. Boyd, Mad Rabbit Art, NetherRealm Spectre, and Pika Jade for being my assistants in writing this book. My dyslexia is a pain to deal with, so I'm glad I have others. After all, I am coded with dyslexia. Hey, that's my trademark. You can't steal that, funny boy. Not funny boy. I say funny boy. My brain is not working. He can't steal that, Bendy. I like the funny boy's name in chat, that's why. My trademark. That's my trademark. Sorry, funny boy. Threw you astray. Prologue. Jonathan Marksman III? A voice called out. He kept looking down at his shoes, intently staring at what they looked like as he felt the voices bounce off the corners of his mind like multiple people were bouncing balls against the wall at the same time. Jonathan Marksman III! The voice beckoned again. He didn't hear them calling out for him. He was just scared to look up. What if I don't get this job? 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 What if I don't? Final call for Jonathan Marksman III! The voice yelled out, this time waking him up from his anxiety-induced coma. That would be me. Sorry, he stated as he got out of the wooden chair that sat in a small gray room with 3 other people. The woman who stood in the doorway, holding a wooden clipboard, loomed over him. She was a mix between thin and slightly chubby, had thick black hair that was in a bun in the back, but had 2 thick strands of hair that were an inch wide on both sides that covered her ears. She wore opaque glasses. He was surprised that she could even see out of them, and that had 2 strings that went down to her shoulders. The strings had small diamond-shaped gems attached to them. Her face
Zach
was rounded.
Bendy Attack 1224 says the music makes this seem more creepy than it actually is. LOL.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, there you go. There you go. This is better. Wait, no, I got a better one. There you go. Is that what you want? Beautiful. I'm kidding. we'll do a Persona chill music. This is probably more the vibe. I think this is probably more the vibe.
Oh, welcome back.
Yes, Persona user. Alright. Continuing on. Let's see, where did we leave off? Her face was rounded. Her skin was almost a pale color. Her eyes were hazel, and the wrinkles under her eyes made her seem much older than she actually was. Her outfit consisted of a black blouse, a gray short coat, black dress pants, and black hiking boots. So, John, right? She asked calmly. Her voice was at a mezzo-soprano tone, which worked well for the place she worked at. Yes, that's me, John replied nervously. The woman looked down at him and chuckled softly. Scared, are we? John nodded. He knew that his scared looks weren't subtle. He wanted to get his job so badly that all he could think about was if they told him no. The woman smirked as she looked back at her clipboard and flipped through the pages that were on it. Don't worry, everyone here is scared during this process. She looked back at John and smiled. Just try to breathe and everything will be fine. John looked up at her and smiled slightly. You really think so? The woman chuckled and gave a smirk that made it seem like she just told a good joke. Yeah, besides, if you don't fit in here, I heard there's a great garbage truck job just not far from here. She laughed as she walked ahead of John, who stood staring where the woman used to be. John blinked quickly as he ran after the woman, realizing that what she said was a joke to throw him off. So, what is your name? He asked the woman after he caught up with her. Her smirk went back to the original, unamused expression that she seemingly always wore. My name? It's not important right now. Let's just focus on getting you to the boss. John knew that trying to make conversation with the woman in hopes of it easing his nerves would be futile, but he still tried. Where are you from? He asked her. Out of town. I was born in Phoenix and decided to move here after I started to hear things about the neighboring city. Can't say this place is any better, she sighed. Yeah, I can agree with that. John nervously chuckled. So, how did you find yourself here? He asked her another question. She chuckled to herself as she finished writing something on a piece of paper. She turned her eyes slightly and adjusted her glasses. You really are full of questions, aren't you? John nodded. He didn't want to admit to the fact that he was scared of what might come. The woman walked up to the small silver plaque on the wall that included 2 buttons and pressed the button that included an arrow that pointed upwards. Well, just a simple ride up to the 8th floor, then we'll be at the boss's office in no time, she smiled. A couple of seconds later, the button started to short circuit and fizzled. The woman jumped back in fear as her eyes widened, and she caught herself before she lost her balance. Just then, the intercom system turned as a deep voice stated, Sorry for the inconvenience. It seems the interview hallway elevator is out of service due to some faulty wiring. Until we can fix it, you can either use the stairwell or go into the main lobby and use that elevator. Thank you, and may the powerful rule. The woman grumbled as she tried not to dig her non-colored nails into the wooden clipboard. She steadied herself and walked past John. Come on, we've got some hiking to do, she said with a noticeable grumble to her tone. John followed behind and looked up at her. He could hear her mumbling the same sentence repeatedly. May the powerful rule. That's such a stupid slogan. She kept muttering under her breath. Her relaxed walking had changed to a determined and angry marching as she gripped the clipboard tightly in her hand that she had held next to her. She seemed to be taking much larger steps than John could keep up with. John's walking turned into sprinting as he attempted to keep up with her. What's wrong with this slogan, ma'am? John curiously asked her. Sorry. Excuse me. She huffed before she spoke. The boss is so pretentious that he made that damn slogan just to make everyone seem powerful. But that's just a crock of shit. First,
Zach Bendy attack
fix the problems with this company,
1224 says for
slogan that
context,
makes...
she's 6 feet 6 inches, he's 6 foot 2 so.
Holy shit! Why are they so tall? Should I play Carmen Daz? Don't tempt me. We'll play that for your story. Wait. Dude. Why? Why are they so tall? Holy shit. I could dream. I can never dream of being 6 feet tall. That's just how unrealistic it is. Holy shit. I actually built different. Continuing on. First, fix the problems with this company. Then you can come up with some slogan that makes you sound like a supervillain.
I am a Skittle 345 says by Donut.
Oh, bye Skittle. Thank you for tuning in the stream. Have a good
Philly
night.
One says take him to the NBL.
I'll do it for real. Dude, they gotta play the fucking. They gotta play some nasty ass basketball. It's Lady Dimitrescu, isn't it? Lady Dimitrescu in disguise. Oh god. Oh god. Anyways, continue on. Where did I leave off? Mommy, what? Anyways, continuing. John looked away from her and scratched the back of his head. Sorry, I asked. He nervously chuckled. She gripped the silver door handle the metallic door led to the stairwell. She stood straight as she gritted her teeth. It took her a couple of seconds before she relaxed back into an arch and sighed heavily as she loosened her grip on the door handle. She opened the door and let John into the stairwell. Come on, let's go, she said with a slight quiver in her voice. John gulped as he walked into the stairwell and the woman followed behind. John looked up at the spiraling staircase with its black metal stringers and its 3-foot wide white stairs that spiraled upwards into what seemed to be the heavens above. Let's go, kid. We have a long way to go, she stated as she lightly patted his back and began up the stairs. John chuckled slightly as he forced a smile onto his face. It was what felt like eons of nothing but footsteps on aluminum before the woman said, Opal. John looked at her with a raised eyebrow. What did you say? He wondered. My name is Opal O'Diamond. I'm gonna say it's Diamond. She told John. Now, you had a name to the face. Opal O'Diamond. Is that why you have diamonds hanging from your frames? He pointed to her glasses. She blushed nervously and smiled. Yeah, that's why, she replied. Do you like working here? He asked. Opal sighed and looked at the clipboard again. To be honest, I don't. I used to, but after a while, it just felt like this company started to get a little more crazy with its rules and regulations. I'm starting to get sick of it, she mentioned. Like, the whole DNA swab and blood test thing? Questioned John. Opal's eyes shifted away from him. She dug her nails into the clipboard again. She felt every muscle in her body tense up and every nerve pin and every nerve flinch. Yeah, that whole thing, I don't know why they're doing that. Probably just something to do with health benefits and all that. She managed to get the words out of her mouth before biting her lower lip. She tried not to nervously sweat, but she felt her heart start to race.
JP_ says this for real gives me character eye vibes, not gonna lie, but not bad.
I mean, character AI vibes? I guess in the writing, or is it like the character description? You gotta be more descriptive there. But not bad either way, yeah. I'm playing Pokemon. Is it a Nuzlocke? You better kill it, Kai. I don't know what the hell that is. I think I figured out, I learned a little bit of it. I've had a chat on character AI that went something like this. /J, by the way. Alright, continue on. Hi, Bendy. She felt her nails being dragged across the back of the clipboard in a similar fashion to how a cat would slowly scratch the sofa. She only snapped out of her beautiful state when she heard the intercom system's buzz echo in the stairwell. Hey there, employees! This is just a heads up that the interview hallway elevator is back up and running, but the main lobby elevator is now out of commission. Yet again, we apologize for this inconvenience. If you need to get to another floor, please use the interview hallway elevator or use the main stairwell. Thank you, and may the powerful rule, the deep voice spoke. Opal couldn't help but laugh uproariously, which startled John. Better them than us, eh? She laughed. John chuckled and nodded his breath. After a few moments of Opal laughing, she steadied herself and took a deep breath. Alright, let's continue forward. After all, we're on the 6th floor. Just a little bit longer until we're there, she claimed. The two continued to venture up to the 8th floor, laughing and chattering. Once they arrived, Opal opened a maroon-colored door that led them to a large area filled with potted plants. Large glass windows that looked over the city, red velvet carpet, black walls, and an aroma that John could only recognize as lavender. Both John and Opal could hear murmuring coming from a big room in front of them that had a white sheet covering the door. Oh, what the hell is he doing now? She grumbled as she marched to the door. John followed quickly behind as she flung the door open and stomped into the room. Yo, Chuck, what is going on now? She yelled. Just then, the sounds of buzzing and whirring and sawing stopped. She looked around to realize that the room that was once her boss's office was now filled with construction workers. Okay, someone fill me in on what's going on. Opal spoke in a very unamused tone of voice. That Charles fella asked us to expand and redecorate his office, so that's what we're doing. A scratchy voice that belonged to a heavy set. A pale man with a ginger beard that wore a green and orange vest had accompanied his yellow hard hat and blue jeans spoke. He was about John's height, meaning he was shorter than Opal. Really? He could spend that money fixing the elevators first, then go into turning his office into a mansion or whatever he's doing with it, Opal muttered. Oh, did the elevators go off? We're sorry, ma'am. It must have been the cords. We were pulling, the man stated. Opal growled as it looked like steam could come out of her ears if it wanted to, and she threw the clipboard onto the floor, causing it to shatter into pieces. Do you have any idea how hard it is to do my job without nutcases like you running around and doing shit like this? Charlington may be the boss, but I'm the one that approves what happens in this building. This was not approved by me, and considering that it wasn't, I now have to go through the paperwork once more and make sure that this goes to the company records, or the IRS will have our asses for this, she yelled, poking the man in the chest harder and harder with every sentence. And trust me, when I say I can handle a lot of people and a lot of issues, but I'm not going against the IRS themselves. No way, no how. The man looked scared of Opal as the other construction workers stopped what they were doing to nervously stare at her. Even John felt scared of her at that moment. Look, ma'am, we're sorry for the inconvenience. We really are. We had no idea we were supposed to come to you first for stuff like this, the man nervously exclaimed. Opal made a fist with her left hand and held it close to her chest. She slammed her eyes shut. A couple of seconds of heavy breathing, slowly turning back to her regular, relaxed breathing. She turned her fist into a flat hand and blew on it as if a speck of dust was on it, and she was setting it free. Okay, She spoke again after she opened her eyes and looked down at the construction worker she was talking to. Where did he move to? The construction worker looked down at the paperwork that laid with shattered wooden pieces of the clipboard, then back up to Opal. Second floor, he answered. Opal leaned down and picked up the paperwork, then looked back at him. Thank you, sir, she simply replied, as she turned around and walked out of the office with John following behind her. John waited until they started to walk back down the stairs before asking, what was with the hand thing? Opal turned back towards him, surprised. What? The whole blow in your palm thing? What was that about? Oh, that? You saw that, did you now? It wasn't really hard to miss, John smirked. She looked away from him as she put her left hand on her right bicep and nervously rubbed. It's my way of revealing stress. It's a long story. You don't want to hear it, she stated. Well, we're gonna be walking for a while, so we might as well get to know each other a bit more, he replied. And besides, you kinda act mysterious and stuff, so if we're going to be working together, I should get to know you more. She sighed and closed her eyes. Growing up, I was considered an orphan. Didn't know my mother. My dad was really distant, and I didn't know much else about either of their families. I didn't have many friends. I was alone. She started, and John looked at her with saddened eyes. When I was about 15, I was sitting in my middle school's football field after school during the spring. It was just filled with dandelions, pansies, lilacs, things like that. I sat in the middle of those flowers and just let the sun be my light while I opened up my notebook to draw stuff like the galaxy. People I saw in the halls, stuff like that. Just then, a butterfly landed in my notebook. She looked up and John could see her eyes sparkle. A little butterfly was just was relaxing on my notebook. I stopped everything I was doing and just watched it. I even let the butterfly climb onto my palm. It was amazing. However, the groundskeeper came out of the field to tell me it was getting late, and my English teacher was waiting for me. She adopted me since my dad passed away just a couple years prior to this. But anyways, I looked down at the butterfly that was still on my palm. I lifted it up to my face, lightly blew on it, and watched it flutter away. I got up from the ground, grabbed my backpack and notebook, and went to meet my English teacher so we could go home. John looked at her and smiled. So, from then on, whenever I get stressed or angry with everything happening, I just close my eyes. I hold my fist to my chest, breathe while counting down from 10. Then when I'm relaxed, I keep my eyes closed and imagine myself letting that butterfly go back to flutter in that field of flowers. She looked over at John. That's beautiful, John replied. Opal smiled slightly. Thank you, she said, and John smiled. Well, what about you? Oh, well, what about you, John? What was your life
Bendy
like
Attack
before coming here?
1224 says butterfly letting go of stress analogy. Butterfly letting go of stress analogy.
A reading stream?
Butterfly.
Oh man, what year is it? It's 2024, new year, new us. Well, we're going back to reading streams. It's Weaving
Jakey
Rainbow
underscores says Toro say hi to Goku.
Bendy says butterfly letting go of stress analogy. Butterfly letting go of stress analogy. Butterfly. Oh my god. Hello, welcome to the stream. Also, Bendy, yes, I see butterfly letting go of stress analogy. Butterfly letting go of stress analogy. Butterfly. I can see. Yes, everyone say hi to Goku. Hey, it's me, Goku. Ah, man, I want to do a Dragon Ball. I'll mount it up one day. Side tangent, but yeah. Well, now that you're on the stream, I'm gonna keep continuing the reading on. We're gonna do Kai's story after this one. Funny Boys towards the end of the stream, so if we could fit any other stories in between, let me know. But yeah, maybe we'll read WAF. Maybe we'll read WAF someday, dude. Okay, but I'm gonna continue reading now. Alright. She asked. He had two other options. He could lie and tell her that his life was okay, or he could tell her the truth and say that his life wasn't that great. Wasn't all that great. He quickly came up with a story that she could believe. Well, I came from a decent enough family. My mom worked at a sewing factory, and my dad was the boss of a hardware store. We lived in a small log house on the hill overlooking downtown. That's kind of about it. My folks passed away just a year ago, so I've taken the house, and I've just been living here since. John exclaimed. Interesting, Opal answered. You mean the log house that's just on the corner of 5th and Centaur Street? John nodded, quickly. Yeah, I actually live down a few blocks from that house. So, we're neighbors, huh? That's cool, she chuckled. The two continued down the stairwell, but then, just like the 2 times before, the intercom system turned on. Hey there, employees! This is just a heads up that the interview hallway elevator is back up and running, but the main lobby elevator is now out of commission, and the automatic locks on both the main stairwell and the interview hallway stairwell doors have activated. This means that all the doors are locked except the 8th floor door. Once more, we apologize for this inconvenience. If you need to get to another floor, please use the interview hallway elevator or prepare for a hiking trip. Thank you, and may the powerful rule. Sorry, my voice is getting raspier. The deep voice echoed. And at this point, it seemed as if Opal was numb to the screw-ups, that all she could do was sigh very loudly. Oh, what are we on? The 6th floor? Good. Let's get back up. I gotta clear my throat. Hi, Flair, welcome to the stream. Oh, I spilled water all over my desk. I'm trying to clear my throat. Don't ask why. It's disgusting. Or how. Oh god. Yes, we're doing story times. Which means you get to your story too. Holy shit. How long is your story, by the way, Benny? We got like to a third of your story, and it's like we took half an hour in there. We might not be okay. We might be able to read through like the prologue, and then we'll get to other stories. Also, my desk is now completely wet. Holy shit. Don't ask what happened. Don't ask what happened. Alright, this one. Okay. That's a you problem. Alright. Alright. Fair enough. Oh goodness me, I missed a lot of reading streams. I gotta catch up your with story there. Catch up with your story, not your with your Okay. It's more supposed to be read stories in general, so I mean, yeah, it's been so long since read stories in general. But I'm gonna continue. We have a lot of stories to get to tonight. My brain is gonna transfer over. It's a typo, okay? Jeez. Sorry. No. It's okay. Typos happen. I'm just like gotta make sure I catch the typo. That's my rule. Yeah. If a typo happens, I gotta catch the typo. That's all it is, you know? Oh. My Deviant account should be still pinned in your DMs. Can you send in my wait, the Skyflare account DMs? What kind of rule is that? No, I just didn't realize it was a typo, so it was just like my brain's how to connect things. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, we're gonna. You're all good, Eve. You're all good. I'm sure the fan is getting hot in here. And I am going to continue reading. Great, Tor. I think I've gotten unophobia. I have no idea what that means. I don't know if I should ask. The real question is, I don't know if I should ask. Is it concerning? Maybe I should ask. All right, I'll ask later. Let's continue reading first. Okay. Where are we continuing? Okay, right here. Come on, kid. Let's get back up there before another error occurs. She ran back up the stairs, pulling John alongside her, behind her. The two ran up the stairs with the sounds of their footsteps on the aluminum sounding like hail hitting the metallic roof of a house. When they arrived back at the stairwell door that opened to the 8th floor, Opal aggressively pushed the door open and dragged John to the elevator. She slammed her fist on the button that pointed downwards and tapped her foot impatiently. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! She growled. John tried to pull his hand out of her grip, but she held onto his hand like she was holding a weapon. After a couple of seconds, ding, went the elevator as the doors opened. Ding! Right. She ran in with John still being dragged behind. She punched the button that had the number 2 on it. The door shut and she loosened her grip on John's hand. I'm sorry for that. Just trying to get us there faster. I shouldn't have assumed you don't run fast and just grabbed your hand like that. Oh. I love my semi-auto. Thank you for the follow. I bet you do love your semi-auto. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna be reading some stories. Feel free to just chill and vibe if you want to. No worries. I do. Alright. Hey Tor, do you want to read my story? Recap the chapter. I can't think the word or the website. We'll read the web. Maybe do. Thank you. No problem. Maybe we can read the website and then we'll get to the chapters. Whatever you decide is more easier. Kaisen's I'm doing randomizer and Pokemon, and my starters are Magnezone, Electivire, and Slakoth. Ooh, get Slakoth. That sounds cool. That sounds cool. For chapter 1, we're on chapter 15. Hey, I'm glad to get track flare. Nice. Alright, continue on. No, it's fine. I don't run fast anyways, he reassured her. Asthmatic? Yeah, I wasn't the greatest at track. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. No, it's fine. That just meant I could sit there on the bench and read some books, John stated. Opal smiled slightly and the elevator shuddered to a stop as the elevator made another ding sound. Welcome to floor 2, the robotic female voice has said over the elevator's intercom. The doors slowly opened as John and Opal looked at each other. They were finally at their destination. The two walked out of the elevator, and John came face to face with rows of white cubicles. It seemed to go on for miles as they walked down the middle with cubicles. The middle with cubicles on either side of them. Each person who sat in their specific cubicle was tapping away on computers, printing papers, drinking coffee, writing out stuff in notebooks, and a lot of other things. What do they do down here? He asked Opal. She looked at the paperwork she held in her hands, then looked back at John. Marketing. The answer seemed so simple, yet John was so confused by it. Marketing? He wondered. Yeah, the dev floor is where they develop the technology and stuff. While down here, these folks just deal with the customers and all that. We're part of the whole telemarketer thing that goes on, Opal exclaimed. When John looked around and heard mumbling of people on different phones, talking about products, sales, etc., which was interrupted every so often by the clickety-clack of keyboards, the beep-boop of printers and copier machines, and the rustling of paper. Just then, Opal stopped at a cubicle where a man sat staring at a computer that had several lines of text on it. Yo, G-Bro! She called out to him. Just then, he turned around to swivel his desk chair and looked up at her. He wore glasses that were similar to Opal's, except they weren't opaque like hers. He also wore a maroon button-up shirt, black slacks, and black wingtip shoes. His skin tone was that of a Mexican ethnicity, with black frizzled and curly hair, a black beard, and dark green eyes. He was slightly chubby, and his nose was shaped like a circle, but his charisma didn't let his looks get in the way of how happy he was to see Opal. "Hey, what's up, Big O?" G-Bro replied. Opal chuckled and lightly leaned against a cubicle wall. "Just wondering if you happen to know where Charlie moved to." She motioned to John by tilting her head in his direction. "We got a new bait for the shark." G-Bro looked at John, who waved shyly. Really? Really? This Chico?" he asked her. "Yeah, what about him?" She looked back at John, who was noticeably nervous. "The dude's got black spiky hair, like he's 12. To add on to that, I think he's about to wet himself," G-Bro responded. Opal looked back at him and leaned down to his level. "Gerardo, dude, will you go easy on the kid? They haven't even been to officially hired yet, and we're had to deal with the shit those construction workers up on the 8th floor have been doing." Okay, one sec. She whispered to him. Gerardo's eyes widened. You mean you two have been dealing with the whole elevator and stairwell thing?" She nodded and looked onto his face, made it seem as if he felt sorry for the stuff he had said. "Oh, I didn't realize," he said. Then he looked at John and smiled. "Look, Chavo, I'm sorry for what I just said a little bit ago. I had no idea you two had to go through that." He apologized. John's nervous look turned into a smile. Gerardo chuckled and looked back at Opal. "So, where's his office now?" she asked him. "You thought he was here? Who told you that?" he replied. "The construction workers on the 8th floor?" Opal just looked at him confused. Gerardo snorted and chuckled. No. He's on the 4th floor. Just from the look in her eyes, both John and Gerardo could tell she was contemplating wringing his neck at that moment. But she blinked, and it seemed all murderous thoughts had disappeared from her mind. "But before you go, I got something for you, O," he stated as he opened the top drawer to his metallic desk and pulled out a circular pin. Opal's eyes widened with excitement as soon as she saw the colors of the pins. "You actually found one?" she asked excitedly. Gerardo chuckled and said, "No, I made this one for you." She grabbed the pin from his hands and examined it. It has 5 colorful stripes on it. Orange, yellow, white, light blue, and dark blue. She put it on her coat and gleamed proudly. "I'm glad you like it," he stated. Her entire mood seemed to have changed once she got that pin. "Alright, let's get back to the elevator, John," she smiled, as the two walked back to the direction. "See ya later, oh!" Gerardo called out to her. She turned around and waved at him with a cocky smirk on her face. "See ya later, G-Bro." Just as the two were a few inches away from the elevator, the entire room went dark. The only thing that kept it from being completely pitch black was the lit up screens from the computers and the small desk lamps from some of the employees had. Right on cue, just a few seconds later, the intercom system buzzed. "Hey there, employees! This is just a heads up that both the interview hallway elevator and main elevator are back up and running, plus the automatic locks on both main stairwell and interview hallway stairwell doors have been deactivated." But the deep voice was muted by a couple of angry employees on the 2nd floor who called out, "Beep. Now the lights are out. Now the lights are out. Thank you for nothing, you stupid construction workers." Opal laughed uproariously yet again. "See? Now these are my people," she told John through her laughter. John couldn't help but chuckle as well. The employees continued to talk over the intercom system announcement as they said, "Thank you and go suck it." The two turned back around and made their way to the elevator. Alright, 4th floor, here we go, Opal said as she pressed the button that had the number 4 on it. The elevator doors closed as it started to rise. The two couldn't help but snicker and chuckle about the employees talking back to the intercom system. That was this pin. That and this pin have made my day, she cleared her throat, trying to hold back her laughter. So, what exactly is that pin? John asked curiously. Oh, this? It's a pin of the Aero Ace flag, Opal told him. He looked up at her and smiled. So, you're Aero Ace? She nodded and smiled. Well, I'm half of that. I'm just asexual. He mentioned. Oh, wait. Is it she mentioned or he mentioned? I'm sorry, he mentioned. She looked down at him with a twinkle in her eyes. There's nothing wrong with that. Just as long as you're comfortable with who you are, she smiled. I think I read it wrong. John nodded as he looked down at his shoes. Hey kid, Opal spoke softly. I know you haven't been hired yet, but just this little time we spent together, I'm sure we'll become great friends. So what you say? Friends till the end? She raised her fist and held it at John's chest level. He followed through by making a fist and lightly bumping her fist with his. The two chuckled as the elevator doors opened and the robotic female voice spoke out. Welcome to Floor 4. The elevator doors slowly opened as John realized he was about to meet the head honcho of the company, and he felt his heart start to race. His vision started to be clouded by red mist, as he could hear something in the pitch black void slowly make its way closer to him. Mr. Marksman, a voice called out. The voice echoed all around him. He tried to reach for Opal, but she wasn't there. He grabbed his chest as it felt his heart was about to burst through his ribcage. Mr. Marksman, the voice spoke out again. He felt himself start to hyperventilate as his eyes scurried around the endless voice, trying to see something, but he could see nothing. Just then, a loud boom echoed in the void, and John screamed as he was snapped back to reality. He looked around and realized he was still in the elevator. He looked up to his right to see Opal looking down at him, with worry in her eyes. His eyes shifted over to his left to see a man in a black tuxedo that included a red undershirt and black wingtip shoes, with a red tie leaning up against that elevator wall. The man looked about John's age, with long blonde hair that was tied up in a ponytail. His skin was the same color as Opal's, and he looked to be somewhere between her height and John's. He looked down at John with his bright blue eyes and smiled. Sorry about that, kid. I didn't know what else was gonna wake you up from whatever was happening there, he said in the deep voice. Similar to that of the intercom system voice. After John stopped shaking, he got up from the floor. I can't speak. He got up from the floor and looked at the man in front of him. Who are you? John asked him. Me? I'm Charlington Robertson, the CEO for this company, he said in a tone that John picked up as sinister. Charlington smirked as he looked up at Opal. So, this is the kid you've been dragging around with you all day, huh? Scrawny little thing, ain't he? John gulped in his fear as he looked at Opal, then back to Charlington. Hello there, sir. Oh. Hello there, sir. My name is Jonathan Marksman III, but you can call me John. It is a pleasure to meet you, he said with his hand he said as he reached out his hand for Charlington to shake. Charlington glanced over at John and shook his hand with a smirk still plastered on his face. Same with you, kid, Charlington replied. They both looked over at Opal and Charlington chuckled. I'm sure Opal here has told you a lot about me. Opal gave a nervous smile as John tried to clear her tracks. Yeah, she has. A lot about how much of a good boss you are and all that. Charlton laughed loudly as the elevator landed on the 8th floor. Yeah, I can believe that, but considering that bullshit I put her through, I guarantee you there's more to that truth than you're letting on, Charlatan stated as the three walked out of the elevator into the dimly lit hallway onto the 8th floor, where only the setting sun shone through the big windows. Charlatan walked over to a desk with a small stack of papers that seemed to be the name of tags. He grabbed a pen from his tuxedo breast pocket and wrote something on one of the name tags. All right, John. Charlatan finished writing and turned around to look at him. Here you go. He stuck a name tag sticker on John's chest that read, "Hello, my name is John Marksman." And John smiled. Welcome to the crew, kid. Be sure to pick up an employee handbook on your way out, and I'll see you tomorrow for your first day. Charlatan excitedly said, this time without a sinister tone. Oh, wait, oh shit. Hey, I'm heading out for the night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Geraldo walked past the secretary desk where she sat and smiled. Opal looked up and smiled back. See you tomorrow, G-bro. A few minutes after he walked out, she looked up at the digital clock of her desk and noticed it read 2000 hours. God, I've been here that long? Well, I better go make sure Charles doesn't need anything else, and I'll let out as well, she mumbled to herself. She went to get up from her desk, but then she heard something rustling behind her. She whipped around and she looked to see if there's anything behind her, but she saw nothing. I should be lucky I invested in this, she told herself, as she grabbed a metallic baseball bat from under the desk. She walked out from her circular desk that sat in the middle of the main floor and walked to the elevators. She pressed the button that had an arrow pointing upward, and she waited for the elevator in the dimly lit area. She gripped the baseball bat tightly as she waited for the elevator to arrive, worrying about what she had heard. A few seconds later, ding went the elevator as the doors opened, and she walked inside, then pressed a button that had a number 4 on it. The doors closed as she held the baseball bat as if it was a cane leaned up against the center wall of the elevator. For some reason, she had the feeling that she was being watched, but she shook it off as her nerves playing tricks on her. Finally, the elevator shuddered to a halt as a robotic female voice said, "Welcome to floor 2. Opal looked at the elevator's buttons and saw that the button she had pressed was correct. It was just the wrong floor. What? Did the wires get mixed up? Should I? She was interrupted by the banging of a metallic drawer closing. She grabbed the bat and threw it over her shoulder as she walked out of the elevator into the room lined up with cubicles. It sure to look different when nobody else was around. Or at least, that's what she was telling herself. She stayed quiet, making sure to listen carefully in case she heard something else. She heard loud squeaking. She turned around. She looked everywhere, then looked down at a floor to see a gray small mouse standing on its hind legs, looking up at her. Oh, hey there, little fella, she said. Just then, the mouse seemed startled and ran away from her. She gripped the handle of her baseball bat tightly as she felt her nerves tingle. She closed her eyes tightly, then spun around and swung the bat, hitting something hard and plastic-like. It cracked loudly as she heard a groan of pain come from the thing she ended up hitting. After she regained balance, she swung downward and it ended up hitting the plastic-like thing again. She swung a third time, but this time, something stopped her mid-swing. It snatched the baseball bat from her grasp, and she felt a foot kick her in the face, knocking her to the floor. She landed on her left side. When she rolled to her chest and tried to get up, she felt something push her back down to the floor, breaking the lenses of her glasses. She heard her baseball bat drop to the floor next to her as the sounds of footsteps followed. Opal wiped her nose and looked at her fingers to see red blood blotches covering them. Without her glasses, she couldn't make out what she saw, but something walked to the elevator and called for the lift. Just then, she heard the sounds of something plastic hitting the floor, then heard a loud hissing noise, and what she could only assume to be the red mist that didn't follow far behind the sound. She tried to get up as she was coughing. Her vision started to become more blurry. Then everything went dark. The only thing she could remember hearing before losing consciousness was the ding of the elevator and the elevator doors opening. So, we're back here again, huh? She heard a familiar voice. Oh. So, we're back here again, huh? She heard a familiar voice speak to her. She slowly sat up in a field of flowers that was surrounded by a black canvas, filled with white twinkly stars. What the hell do you want? She asked the voice. She looked over to her right to see a woman who appeared to be a shadow, but had the particles of a burning flame. She, too, was laying in the field of flowers. Oh, nothing much. Just still trying to get you connected with your past. That's all. The woman spoke in a soft, gentle tone that echoed as if she was alone in the gymnasium. Still trying to? Are you serious? Haven't we had this conversation several times before? My past is done and over with. I'm a changed woman. Opal sat up and looked at the woman with a glare of anger in her eyes. The woman looked at her with white glowing eyes. Well, you did tell the part of your story to some random dude today. Opal sighed and rubbed her eyes. Yes, alright. That's true. That dude is my friend, and even though I've known him for one day, I trust him with my life, she exclaimed. Well, who's to say it wasn't him who knocked you out just now? The woman mentioned. Silence fell between the two as Opal thought about it, then shook her head and spoke up. No, that kid was barely even decent at being human. There's no one how he had the strength to do all of that. The woman chuckled as she replied, Ouch, way to talk to your new best friend. Opal stood up and she gritted her teeth in anger. Just cram it, alright? I'm tired of you and your existence and thinking there's some deeper meaning behind everything. If I could get you out of my head, I would, but I can't. So I'll just find my way out of here myself. She growled as she started to walk down the hill the two laid on. Oh, hey, Opal, the woman spoke softly. Opal quickly turned around and glared at the woman. What? She sneered angrily. The woman pointed towards the sky and said, I think you're getting your ticket out of here. Opal looked up to see a large hand reaching down from the sky, and it offered her its index finger. Opal sighed of relief as she sat down on it and rode it back up towards the sky like it was an elevator. See you later, Opal Gator. The woman waved goodbye to Opal. She didn't return to the pleasantries. She didn't return the pleasantries. The woman sighed as she plucked a rose from beside her and stared at it. She'll thank me sooner or later, she mumbled to herself. Opal, please wake up! Charlton kept shaking her in hopes that she'd wake up. Opal's eyes slowly opened as she looked at Charlton just sitting on his knees. Hey there, Chuck, she groggily spoke. Charlton's eyes relaxed as soon as he saw she was awake. Oh, thank God, you're awake! I heard the commotion from down here, and I had no idea what was going on. So I raced down to find you on the floor and... Wait, is that dry blood under your nose? He concernedly asked as she slowly sat up from the ground and onto her knees. Yeah, I just got kicked in the face by somebody, and it's a long story. She tried to explain what happened to him, but her head was still pounding from being knocked to the floor. It's okay. I guarantee you we got camera evidence of it. Right now, what's important is getting you to the hospital to make sure you're okay, Charlton stated as he helped Opal up off her knees and onto her feet. He threw her arm over his shoulder and he helped her to the elevator. What about the paperwork that's still sitting on my desk? She weakly asked him. Not important. We just need to make sure that bloody nose is all you got from that, he replied. He pressed the button and the arrow pointing downwards quickly. A few seconds later, the elevator made a common ding noise, and the elevator opened. Doors opened. The two carefully walked into the elevator as Charlton pressed the button with a star on it and the doors closed. Just then, the elevator shuddered to a stop and the doors opened. "Welcome to the main floor," the robotic female voice spoke. Alright, this is a long story. That went for an hour, holy. I'm back. Does Phantom levitate? I forgot, I don't know. Oh my god, a Phantom Charmeleon, wow. It's like quad weak to ground, that's fudged. Alright, I'm back. So what do you think? Okay, that's it, me? Yeah, so we're gonna get to Kai's and Flares. We're gonna find boys. But that's the prologue. All I have to say is I'm kind of confused. I think I read that wrong or something because what was it? I was like, what just happened? And I was like, what was it a kidnapper? Was it a robber? Like, did Charlton take care of the person that knocked Opal down? Like, what? God bless me for still being awake. You can take a nap, Phil. It's okay. You'll understand soon enough. Will I? Will I though? God, I feel like I'm gonna read it. I'm still like, huh? It's like, you know, that cat just, huh? Oh, also check your DMs. Why? What's up? It was a fever dream. Yeah, everything was just a dream, Phil. You're still sleeping. Opal's inspiration, because does it surprise anyone? I think I see the inspiration now. I think I 100% see the inspiration now. Oh gosh. Wow, that was interesting though. That was really interesting. I'm like, I thought this was like, because I read a lot of shonen. I thought this was gonna be like some kind of like battle, like battle anime or something like that. I was like, oh shit, they're gonna be fighting. They're gonna pull us some key blasts and energy beams out of their hands. Oh my god! And I was like, oh wait, no, wait. I tone it back a bit. Tone it back. This is a horror, probably. I don't know. Mystery story. And I was like, all right. When you read Blue Jeans, I heard green beans earlier. When you read, I heard green beans early in the text. Yeah, just pretend it's green beans from now on. Blue jeans? I don't know that. I know green beans though. That's me. Very epic indeed. Oh man, that was a lot though. That actually took an hour to read. I'm so glad that we stream longer now. Otherwise, we probably would have not gone through all of that. I'm quite honest. My story next? Yes. I'm gonna stay in this screen while we read your story because yours is on Discord, so it's kind of easy to just kind of like, you know, read it here. So yeah, when I read my story today, since I'm gonna be sleeping, I hope you all have a good weeding stream. Bye bye, Phil. Everyone say bye bye to Phil, and we will catch you in the next one. We'll see you hopefully Friday. But also, we do reading stream once a week now, so every Wednesday. Yeah. Also, Opal is 45 years old, 6'6", and arrow ace. Dude, wait, 45 years old, 6'6"? Holy shit. Built with different stats. The dude was walking around with green bean pants. For real. Get that mean green bean pants. All in style. New fashion. Also, we did get a follow during the stream. Real quick, hold on. John and Charles are 26. John's asexual, 6'2". Charles is bisexual, 6'4". Why are they so tall? Why'd you have to make them so tall? Now I feel inferior because they're taller than me. Look what you did. Oh god. I wish I was tall. Harado was 5'7", so I'm 5'7". Hey, Harado, my boy, we're both the same height. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Oh shit. Hold on, my brain is firing. What? How many? Real quick, let me check something real quick. Why not make them shorties, like 20 centimeters for real? We're still. I'm 5 foot. It's okay. The 5 foot is. I think 5 foot is like average in some places. I forget. It's actually based on my stepbro. Is your stepbro 6 feet? Holy shit. Okay, sorry. I got the note that I was trying to pull up. So my note says here, that we are 5 followers away from a cooking stream. I'm kind of nervous because I don't. Okay, when we hit the follower goal, I'm gonna get us set up. Okay, I don't know where, but we're gonna get a cooking stream set up. Okay, I have to. Oh god, I have to get my camera plugged in my computer and everything. Holy. Where are you gonna cook? Oh, that's a surprise. I don't know if I can cook donuts though. I don't really have a deep fryer, so I guess we could try baking donuts. Yeah, we should try. We'll try baking donuts. We're gonna try baking donuts, and we might do a full-on face reveal for everyone in the stream who doesn't watch our YouTube videos. So it's gonna be a big stream. Oh god, I'll make it. I'll plan it. I'll bake it like a month ahead of time or something like that, or like 2 weeks ahead of time, so everyone can like get it, like, you know, be ready for the stream. So yeah, and his name is Harado. I know a buddy named Harado. I used to do IT tech work, and I used to do it with my buddy Harado. We were elementary buddies. I didn't know him too well, but we went to elementary together. We ending? No, I need to remember one more story. I just take a little breather, deep. We just read for a straight hour. I need to take a second. We're not ending. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye-bye. Have a great one. Don't forget to, you know, drink, hydrate, and keep yourself clean. I'll see you in the next stream. Bye. I messaged you. Guy, my story. What the fuck? Don't worry, we'll get to your story. I'm drowning. Come on, bye. Yeah, that's the end of the stream there. No, we're only halfway through the stream. Think about it. Also, the main book is like 53 pages so far, and only on chapter 4. Yeah, okay. I was like, fuck, dude. I was like, we only finished a prologue, and we're already like, how many pages in? It's a lot of pages, dude. So many pages. I love when the fake end. I love our fake ends. One day it won't be a fake end. It'll just be a real end. Like, I'm gonna feel like, you know what? Maybe I should make it a real end. I'm kind of tired today. And I just won't tell anyone. This stream just cut. And everyone's like, oh, it's a prank. You know, but no, it's not actually. My story is way longer. Oh, God. Oh, no. We're gonna have time for everything? We're on 250 pages right now? Holy! Oh! Benny says, anyways, I gotta write more. Bye. You're just gonna finish your story and leave? You're not gonna stay? You're just in for your part and leaving? I'm kidding. You can go. You can go if you need to. No worries. No worries. We'll catch you later. Bye-bye. Oopies. No, you're good, Benny. We'll catch you later, alright? Keep writing. We gotta see what that chapter 4 looks like eventually. Also, Funny said, sorry, I had to vanish for a second. I'm back. Don't worry, so welcome back. Bro, I meant to write you, but wrote two. Bro. I didn't even realize you wrote that. I just knew what you were saying. I don't know why. Same mind, same brain cell. Yeah. Autocorrect. Let's all. We love autocorrect. All right. What is it? Time to read Kai's story. So I'm gonna read it in this page because Kai's story is on Discord and it's pretty short. So we're gonna make this quick. Here we are. Kai's ChatGPT story. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Hold on. I'm gonna change the music quick. Can I listen to DPR music? I want to listen to this on stream. Sure, we do this. Okay, cool. If anyone knows this artist, you're good. Oh, it's just there's lyrics though. It makes it kind of hard. Okay, hold on. Where's it? Where is it? Let's find a different playlist that's not like having the lyrics, just so we can like chill to it better. I think your brain had an update. I need to update. May I suggest? You can, but we'll just deal with this for now. Which Pokemon should I catch combo with? Let's go Pikachu. I don't know how catch combos work, so I would no. You guys can write that in chat. I have no idea. Anyways, real quick, Kai's story. Avatar: The Last Airbender. The quest for balance. In a world where the balance of 4 elements was essential, the story began with Toro, a young airbender who was frozen. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. This threw me off a bit. What? What? No, no, no. Sorry, I don't know why. I don't know why I found it so funny. I actually don't know why I found it so funny. I don't know why I found it so funny. It could have been literally anything. It just something clicked in my head. Maybe it's because I'm bald. That's why. I don't know. Anyways, sorry. We're gonna keep reading. We're gonna keep reading. As he emerged into this new world, Toro met Eve and Kai, siblings from the Southern Water Tribe. Eve was a skilled waterbender with a deep understanding of her tribe's traditions, while Kai was a more practical jokester, always steady with a witty comment or clever plan. Together, the trio set out on a quest to master the elements and restore balance to the world. Along the way, they encountered Phil, a blind a blind earthbender with an uncanny ability to see through vibrations in the earth. With her tough exterior and sarcastic humor, Phil became an indispensable member of the team. Oh, Phil, you're a female now. Their journey was fraught with challenges as they faced off against the Fire Nation's forces and sought out teachers to help them master their bending abilities. But through each trial and tribulation, the bond between Toro, Eve, Kai, and Phil only grew stronger. Toro, as the last airbender, had the weight of the world on his shoulders. He struggled to come to terms with his destiny and immense responsibility that came with it. Eve, her nurturing nature, became Toro's pillar of support, guiding him through his doubts and fears. Kai, ever the skeptic, found himself in over his head, but never failed to come up with a daring escape plan. His humor and courage brought levity to the group, reminding them to find joy in the midst of adversity. And then there was Phil, a feisty earthbender who taught them to trust themselves and in each other. Her unique perspective and unyielding determination inspired them to face their challenges head-on. As they traveled the world, Toro and his friends encountered allies and adversaries alike. They learned the secrets of bending from the masters of each element, faced off against powerful foes, and discovered the true meaning of friendship and sacrifice. In the end, it was Toro's unwavering spirit and the combined strength of his friends that enabled them to defeat the Fire Nation's tyrannical ruler and restore balance to the world. The journey of Toro, Eve, Kai, and Phil was not just a quest to master the elements, but also a journey of self-discovery, growth, and the enduring power of friendship. Together, they proved that with courage, determination, and the support of those you trust, anything is possible. And so, the tale of the last airbender and his friends became a legend, a story of hope and resilience that would be passed down for generations to come. And when the world needed him most, he vanished. I'm an airbender now. Let's fucking go. Yes, Phil is Toph, Toro is Aang, Eve is Katara, and I'm Sokka. Actually, Avatar Last Airbender is so good. I love it. Crystals or light years you can pick? What do you mean crystals or light years? Crystals or light year? Wait, I brought crystals. I like crystals. I don't know what it means, but crystals. Man, never gonna catch this magic card. I already wasted 20 great balls on it. It's not determined. It doesn't want to be caught. Well, time to add water bending to my dementia witch abilities list. It's technically not like a magic spell. You can cast water, you can do water bending with your body. It's like martial arts, you know? You have a master ball? You should use that master ball on the magic harp, funny boy. You have to do it. You have to. There are songs you said I could suggest. Oh. Crystals. What do you mean? What's the artist? I'm confused. Actually, I haven't watched any of it. Oh, I haven't watched a lot of it. Only the first couple episodes. Oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. It's really good. You gotta read all. You gotta watch all of it. It's really good. Oh, all time to learn martial arts. There you go, Eve. That's the spirit. Let me know when you finish learning water bending. Oh, teach me blood bending too. And maybe forbidden, but it's okay. But yeah, I mean, I like it. It's a ChatGPT story. So a little bit of it was on the nose. A little bit of it was on the nose from the main plot, I will say. Bam. But let me pull this up real quick. I'm pulling up Flare Star. We're on chapter 15, I believe, so Let me pull up chapter 15. Oh, I'm gonna do a watch along where you can watch Avatar: The Last Airbenders. Preserves is a crystals. I'm not gonna pronounce it. Yep, chapter 15. All right, chapter 15's on open and ready. I think we're gonna. I can fly on a Charizard. I can catch a legendary bird or trio. I can fly on a Charizard. I can catch a legendary bird trio with 10 balls or less. But as soon as I see a Magikarp, I waste all my 500 balls and end up catching. You should have used the Master Ball. Funny way, you should have used the Master Ball. I'm just saying. I'm not playing Roblox for the rest of the stream. Man, after we finish reading everyone's like stories, they have their own agendas afterwards or suggestions. Wait, no, that sounds really wrong. that sounds harsh. No, we're not playing Roblox. Although I, you know, maybe off stream. We'll see. I haven't played much Roblox on off stream. Will you stream a bit longer today? It depends. We might be able to if we get to all the stories. Mine is ready whenever you are. Okay. Please. It's a maybe, Kyra. It's a maybe. We'll have to wait and see. Roblox addict. We do a little bit of. We have a little bit of addiction. A little bit of addiction. Also, Flair for this chapter. Is there any kind of like vibe for music you want or no? Hey. Calm down. Less swears. Actually, that's 5. You know, don't do swears. Thank you, Gerba. Thank you. Anyone got that reference? Please. Please. Oh, yeah, the German's like, you know, don't say, she say swears. I love Gerba. I should watch more Gerba. Perhaps adventure music and no Adventure Time music. Aww. Adventure time. Come on, grab your friends. We'll go to very distant lands. Finn. I said Finn the dog. Jake the dog and Finn the human. Adventure time. Alright, let's see. Adventure music. Oh, Finn the Jake and Dog the human. It's a time adventure. Oh, I guess another 2 songs I suggest we play, but it doesn't matter. That's okay. We'll get there. We'll get there in a bit. Maybe we'll listen to it during Funny Boys. I'll ask Funny Boys as a suggestion. I think this is good. Alright. Here we go. Are we all ready to read? Are we ready? Are we ready to weed? My mom says I act like Jake from Adventure Time. I don't know why. That's actually really funny. It's so funny. Alright, read now. Time to go. Anyone has any questions? Text to speech, grab a drink, grab a snack. We're chilling. Reading time. You know what it is. We're going to keep going until we finish. We're going to finish all chapter 15, then we'll go straight to Funny Boy story, okay? Alright, everyone else in the agenda, I'm going to start reading in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
April Kai says text to speech is a bitch.
God dang. You had to do that the perfect. Alright, yeah, it is. Now, I'm going to continue reading. Alright. My mom says I act like an idiot. You know, me too. My mom said that too.
The Funny Boy Corner Games says bitch.
Damn it.
Text to speeches.
Yes, it is. We're gonna continue reading now. Jedi Master. It's not. Right, I'm gonna continue reading. We're gonna read it now. Kirby's Grand Adventure, Chapter 15, Fated Encounter. As Flandre and Omega were walking, Omega couldn't help but take in the scenery around him. The area where they were significantly more lively in looks than the previous area, as this harbored paintings and candles lit the way. History sections were also featured here,
JP_ says text to speech you can call me.
You guys are so stupid. Alright, continue on. Perhaps Aeon will like this place. If only for the history, Poyo, he thought to himself, chuckling lightly at the prospect of there only being history here. Flandre turned to Omega due to hearing the chuckle. Something amusing you, Omega? She asked the magenta puffball, who turned her way. In all honesty, I know a certain someone who would like this, Poyo, he said, sighing. If only he were here right now, Poyo. To Flandre, he sounded sad, as though this certain person mentioned was a friend of his, and she pondered about all the possibilities, concluding that it had to be a friend of his. However, her thoughts were broken when she felt something approaching them, and whipped her head in front of her, gaining a menacing look on her face. Who's there? She growled low. However, the presence did not move closer to her, nor did it make itself visible to her. Omega, hearing her anger and bitterness, snapped his attention her way. Is something wrong? He asked plainly, not thinking that was a stupid question. Though, when mulling it over to himself, he realized he did ask a stupid question. And if he were here, Omega would be hit upside the head for such a thing, if not simply flicked in the forehead, and thought Flandre would do something similar. But before he could speak further to try and save himself, Flandre spoke up. Very wrong, she stated. We are not alone. If our little friend here is persistent in keeping their whereabouts hidden, best to be prepared for anything. With that said, she prepared her weapon, assuming the enemy may strike when they least expect it. Omega, seeing this, follows suit and prepares his own weapon, Hibisia, a double-edged spear from legends long passed down, assuming the worst. You are quite lucky to have spotted me, strange warriors. A chilling voice entered the area. Flandre and Omega knew nothing of this being, becoming more cautious than before. Who are you? Flandre growled low. She could not make out the voice, but she understood it to be menacing, and as such, she tried mimicking that menacing tone. Who I am does not concern the likes of you, strange one, the mysterious voice replied coyly, receiving a tick mark on Flandre's head to appear. Whoever this guy is, trying to toy with us, play with our emotions, Omega thought to himself suddenly. Knowing the kind of voice the mysterious person used, personally, he had not heard it, but compared to all the voices he did hear, this was the best he could make out, and as such made a risky move. He started by unsheathing his spear, then placed a gloved nub on Flandre's arm in a gentle manner, which surprised her. Omega? What are you? She tried, but was cut off by Omega signaling her to be silent, and he couldn't exactly cover her mouth with the other gloved nub. He looks to be where the voice was coming from. Instead, perhaps we could try to be friends, he stated suddenly. Maybe we could see each other face to face, Poyo. Friends? The voice said back, losing the coy tone. That arrangement won't work out, as we have different goals, you see? They said further, a more malicious tone overtaking. Omega simply smirked and continued with his plan. Different goals, you say? Well, there's only one way to find that out. Poyo, he replied. Confidence showing. This receives a headshake from Flandre, as she had been washed with confusion. He might know what he's doing, but it's still risky, she thought to himself. Still, maybe this might give me more insight in the long run. You wanted me to reveal myself? So be it, the voice warned. Though, do not be surprised if we become bitter enemies. After saying that, a being approached from the shadows, a Kabi from what Omega can make out. This one was a green color, had bright gold armor, with shoulder pads being a similar color, and eyes that shone a gray color. The cape was also a vibrant red, leaning more to a scarlet color. Good, Pollo. Omega started after the figure revealed themselves. Now we're getting somewhere. What is your name, Pollo? My name is Arthur, the being responded. Sir Arthur. You do remember that well. Oh, we will, Omega said confidently. Now then, tell us, what is that goal of yours? You sure you want to know that? Arthur asked, menace in his voice, a look that threatened to attack them. Flandre knew the look as well, and knew that the next move was crucial. So she made a quick comment. Yes, we do, she told him. Better to know your intentions rather than be kept in the dark. See where they line up and whatnot. That, if they align with ours, we could work together on it and fulfill our goal faster, she thought to herself. Arthur chuckled at this. Fine, he said. My goal is to ensure that none of my enemies escape this place. Ah, so your goal is similar to ours, Flandre said afterwards, practically beaming. We had also been tasked with keeping our enemies trapped here. So you were, Arthur stated, intrigued at this revelation. Good. Flandre caught on to my plan, Omega thought to himself. Now knowing this, though, we're gonna have to be careful, and when the time is right, we'll have to get rid of him, Pollo. Now that we know our goals align, perhaps we'd be able to work with each other? Flandre asked, a hopeful tone entering her voice. She felt a blade tip touch her back, and she tensed up immediately. Something was wrong. Perhaps, Arthur said to her. Wait, Flandre said quietly, catching Omega a slight bit off guard, and prompted him to check behind Flandre, tensing up himself as he saw what was transpiring. A warrior with a sword ready to cut through Flandre. He looked at Flandre, who only nodded and looked back at Arthur, remaining as neutral as he could be. What do you mean by perhaps, Pollo? He asked Arthur. Not exactly as I said. Sorry, I can read. I just read chat for a second. Arthur get PTSD? Nay. Welcome back, Skittles. Arthur Morgan? Really? I didn't play Red Dead. I'm a country. I'm a Wild West cowboy. The Pikachu has invaded the disc. No. Anyways, continue on. Exactly as I said, Arthur responded, a malicious yet coy tone coating his voice. Omega now knew what needed to happen, looking directly at the warrior who had Flandre at sword point. The warrior looked as stoic as could be, yet Omega could have sworn that he had saw a hint of fear in the warrior's face, though unseen by the mask uncovering it, as he held Flandre at sword point, and he had hoped the warrior was not afraid at all. For if they were, something was terribly wrong. He turned back to Arthur. Tell me, how do you treat your warriors, Pollo? He asked suddenly. Or your allies for that matter. The questions posed surprised Arthur, and he was unable to hide shock. Why does that matter? He questioned Omega, trying to avoid the question. If we are to work together, we must have a sense of trust amongst one. Oh, among us. Sorry, trust among one another. Pollo. Omega pointed out. So, I ask again, how well do you treat your warriors and comrades, Pollo? Arthur found he was unable to come up with an answer for Omega at the immediate moment. He had to think of a response that seemed favorable to both Flandre and Omega.
Jakey_ says machine. I will cut you down, break you apart, splay the gore of your profane form across the stars.
What?
I will grind you down until the very sparks of mercy. My hands shall relish ending you here. And now.
Is that a... Fuck, what is it? Is that one shooting game? Fuck, you were just talking about saying. Kill? No, not kill.
The funny boy
Ultra
corner
kill.
game
Kill.
says
Yep,
no, it won't.
Ultra kill reference. No, it won't. Yeah. No, you. Skip card. Alright, continue. We're gonna continue on. But not even a moment later, Flandre decided to speak up. Please, be honest with your answer, she stated. This only made things more difficult for Arthur to get out of. He felt they were onto him, and he hated the feeling very much. Meanwhile, Omega glanced at the warrior behind Flandre, seeming to signal him to also respond with a simple nod or headshake. The warrior saw this and nodded briefly, ready to give his silent input. And it was at this time that Arthur had an answer ready. I treat them like anybody would, with kindness, he answered. They only get the best treatment from me. Omega looked at the warrior, who was shaking his head no. He then relayed the info to Flandre silently, which made her face turn into anger. But she stayed composed and asked the question. Quite interesting. Well, do you play with anyone's mind? She asked. Manipulate anyone? Manipulate anyone? Arthur had to go into into thought again, and Omega thought it was time to have a time limit, unsheathing his weapon again, a menacing look on his face. You have 5 seconds to answer each question, he warned Arthur. Once that time passes, you'll be hurt badly, Pollo. The bitterness in Omega's tone shocked Arthur, and he quickly came up with an answer on the dot. I have not manipulated anyone, he said, remaining calm. No mind games have been played whatsoever. One glance at the warrior shaking his head no again, and it was enough for Omega to register anger, though he had not shown it as he asked Arthur the third question. I see. This last question will get to the more personal side, he told Arthur calmly. However, you must answer this with complete accuracy and with complete honesty, Pollo. Who is the person you want to hurt the most? This question, as Omega stated, was more personal for Arthur. However, the knight stayed composed. He answered quickly. Who do I want to hurt the most? Well, that one's easy, he said, a sly grin forming. I want to hurt all my foes brutally. However, the one I want to hurt the most would be Kirby himself. Dun dun dun. This received a shocking gasp from Omega and Flandre as they looked up at the warrior who had turned to great fear, and Omega could see, beyond the mask, tears welling up fast. He himself had started tearing up. Arthur was being serious about this, Omega knew. You want to hurt Kirby? Flandre asked bitterly, and anger rising she didn't know she harbored. Arthur had only laughed at this. Of course I do, Arthur stated plainly. Once he's out of the picture, all of my goals will be complete. A sadistic tone in his voice was enough to make Flandre retch over, and she felt sickened by Arthur. And the warrior behind her sobbed so softly it was almost unheard altogether. It was picked up by Omega, and he saw the tears leaking from the mask towards the ground. He could tell the warrior was deeply pained by knowing this information, and he turned to Arthur, anger and bitterness written all over his face. You are twisted, Pollo, he growled low. Our goals are not so aligned after all. We want to keep our foes trapped, not hurt them at all, Pollo. Omega was close to shouting this. Arthur showed shock at this, now knowing the true intentions of his so-called new allies. It would seem they are not, he stated solemnly to himself, getting enraged now at Omega and Flandre. Then, it would not be bad if we obliterated you here and now, would it? Flandre said in a menacing tone. She was just about to get ready. She was just about ready to let loose as she felt the blade lower from her back. Arthur just smirked lightly. Now is not the right time for this, he stated. There will be a time when we fight to the death. Until that time comes, do not expect to see me for a while. With that said, he turns around, flipping his cape around him in the process, and walks away. Some moments passed before Omega and Flandre allowed the guard to drop, both letting out a sigh. Oh, we barely made it out of that one, Pollo, Omega almost breathed silently. True. For a moment I thought my life was forfeit, Flandre stated after him, not nearly as out of breath as he was. Meanwhile, the warrior behind him had broken down completely, and he cried harshly as he dropped his weapon and went to his hands and knees. Upon hearing this, Omega turned his tears, making themselves known again, as he went toward the warrior and placed a gloved nub on them, giving a sympathetic look, yet did not know what to say. Flandre looked at the warrior herself, whom she was scared. He never told you, did he? She asked the warrior gently. He shook his head, no. He didn't tell me anything at all, the warrior sobbed through the tears. He only told me that the others, that Kirby was not an ally, that we were to defeat him. We only to defeat him in battle. Not that he had to die. As he said these things, realization washed over both Flandre and Omega. This warrior, he holds much admiration for Kirby, Flandre thought to herself. If that's the case, then it may be possible that he did not want to fight him at all, despite being ordered to do so. And if that's true, was he willing to stand up to Arthur to protect Kirby? As she thought these things, Flandre felt a tingling sensation rise up. She didn't know how, but the warrior reminded her of Sakuya Izayoi, who was very protective of Flandre and her sister, Emilia Scarlet. Meanwhile, Omega felt a sense of gentleness wash over him in finding out the warrior's story. If he's still saying the things, then that Arthur dude was playing tricks with his men, and probably still is, Pollo, he thought bitterly. In a sense, Arthur and his warriors remind me of the ancients and myself, if not Delta and myself, Pollo. After thinking these things, it only just hit him how badly he wanted to see a special someone again. Realizing that this as tears pricked his eyes, yet his face did not show sadness. It showed determination, and he looked at the warrior with that determined face. Why don't you travel with us, Pollo? He suggested to the warrior, who perked immediately at that thought, looking at Omega with what appeared to be a thoughtful look. Really? The warrior questioned, sounding very hopeful at this. I agree, Flandre piped up, smiling warmly. If you waver in your orders from Arthur, perhaps it would be better fit for someone else altogether, under orders from someone else. When she said this, the warrior beamed significantly at that, picking himself off from the ground. Yes, he said. Anything to keep me away from Arthur. This got a chuckle out of Omega. You sure became lively with that proposal. Sorry. You sure became lively with that proposal, Pollo, he commented, clearing his face of the tears. Very well then, but be careful to watch your step, Pollo. You never know what may attack you here. Quite the case here, Flandre stated after that. I'll see what my superior has to say about this, and whether Arthur is under her command or not while we're at it. Understood, the warrior complied, saluting the two. He then felt a need to ask a certain question. He turned to Omega, as if he had a certain connection upon him. A familial bond. Though, if I may ask, do you know what happened to Kirby? After the question was asked, Omega suddenly got a pained expression in his face, looking down as more tears formed. Kirby, he stated, sadness coating his voice. He's gravely injured, on the brink of death, Pollo. Right now, we do not know if he will make it. The tone of the words hit the warrior hard, as he feared the worst already. Did Arthur? He asked slowly, while he was quickly cut off from his thoughts when Flandre spoke. No, Arthur did not put him in that state, she stated bluntly. Someone else did that. Who was it then? The warrior asked, afraid of this new potential foe. The perpetrator here is known as Sark, Omega answered, and I don't think of going after him. We don't know where he is, but we also believe he won't make it, as Kirby dealt a lethal blow right back at Sark, Pollo. This left the warrior in shock, but his face held admiration again, hearing that Kirby did a lethal blow. He did that? He asked in clarification, which got a quick nod from Flandre, confirming what Omega said was true. Then he is as strong as I always thought he was. He smiled greatly after that. In any case, we have to go, Flandre urgently stated. Right, Pollo, Omega said after that. The longer we wait around, the more time our enemies will have in locating and eliminating us, Pollo. Let's get going, the warrior stated, excited for the journey. Help watch our backs. With that said, they started moving, Flandre taking the lead, Omega walking at her side, and the warrior taking up the rear, as he said he would. He harbored a hope. However, a hope that they would see Kirby again, and potentially help him from the perilous situation that Sark had put him in, at the cost of his own life, most likely. Just the thought alone made him smile. I'm glad we made an ally through all of this, Pollo, Omega thought to himself, smiling. Kirby may be in trouble, but I know my son well enough to know he'll be alright in the end. He's a tough child, though he isn't a child anymore, is he, Pollo? He's more like an adult at this point, mature and all. He hadn't realized a tear had slipped out of his eye, gliding down his cheek. He didn't like Kirby being in the situation, but there was nothing he could do, and he accepted that a while back. Damn, look at me, Flandre thought silently, smiling. 1 minute, I am against you, and the next, I want to help you out, Kirby. I guess my loyalties aren't as solid as I thought they were, huh? God, I could be such a mess. As she thought this, her mind wandered to Sakuya, a hope rising inside that she is somewhere here. Kirby, I hope you're alright, the warrior thought to himself, smiling and not letting the tears slip. If you're injured gravely, I will be sure to heal you up myself. With these thoughts, the warrior held himself proudly, full of determination. As they were walking, something caught the warrior's eye from its corner. When he turned to look, he saw that it was a living being, though he cannot make it out. He stops in his tracks, wanted to check out the being, and hearing him stop, Omega looks back and stops, physically letting Flandre know to stop as well. They both look at the warrior. Something up, Pollo? Omega asked. The warrior turned to Omega and shook his head. There's someone there, he said cautiously. This made both of them look toward the living person themselves. They are, unsurprisingly, unable to determine who the being was. We ought to be cautious here, Flandre said with caution and tension in her voice. I want to see who we're dealing with myself. I have a feeling it could be a potential ally, the warrior expressed. You two go on ahead. I'll catch up when I can. Very well, Pollo, Omega said in understanding. We aren't going to stop you. No, we aren't, Flandre confirmed. If you can feel if you can help that person, do what you can. Keep this communicator on you, though. Then she gave the warrior a communicator. He clutched it gently. If we can be of any help to you, let us know through that. However, be careful with your words, as we may be with my superiors when we call. If they catch on that we aren't exactly rooting for their plan, they will surely keep us away from you and all our other allies. That is, if they don't kill us, she explained. Understood, the warrior said. We'll be back, Pollo, Omega said afterwards, now turning back and walking with Flandre again. Meanwhile, the warrior decided to turn to the figure and to see if he could determine who the person is. Though, one close look on the face of the figure, and the warrior could instantly make out it was Kirby himself. Panic rising, he rushed to his side immediately. No way! I actually found him! He thought to himself. But he looks injured. I have to help out the best way I can. He felt his panic rising, fearing the worst. But he had no time to focus on that. Kirby needed medical attention. That That white magic I learned from the healer will come in handy here. Time to put it to the test. And that is the end. That is the end of that story. I think my voice is slowly dying. But yay! What do we think? Chapter 15 is done. Yeah, slap Arthur in the face. With a fish. With a fish more than once. Thoughts? I think we actually... Okay. We might have read it. But like, I still like reading it again. Thoughts is like... shouldn't the warrior contact like... Okay, what's the time between from them splitting up and and like the warrior finding Kirby? Because like I'm sure like Omega would like to turn around and see his like, you know, his own son. Could you read that again? I wasn't listening. What did you say? Oh, you can read the whole thing. Roblox? Sadly, no. Yeah. Sadly, no Roblox. Sadly, no Roblox. Womp womp. I forget what womp means. Wait, what's a Panzerkampfwagen? A Panzerkampfwagen. Is that what it says? Panzerkampfwagen. Yeah. Well, it hasn't been stated, but it's meant to be 15 to 20 minutes from when they split up. I think that's crucial. Because I thought it was like almost instant. Like, Omega, your son is just like right over there. Look over there. Elder Roblox only reading. We're Dragon Ball fans. We don't read. True. We don't read the manga. That's what it is. I already said what it is. No, how do you pronounce it though? How do you pronounce it? Did I pronounce it right? He's German. He's German. If not Phil. Yeah, Phil was here. Phil would be like, Phil would tell us. I think Phil is German, right? I think Phil's German. Also, funny boy. Atorka, check your motherfucking DMs. Alright, I'll check it. How to pronounce it? I don't know. By the way, do you want to read the website or the story first? And if so, send them. Alright. In stars and time out of context. Oh my god. Did you really call me out? There's a tweet. Did you really just tweet out? I made a call out post on my twitter.com at G50. You need to play, start again. This is no longer a recommendation. This is a threat. Alright. Anyways. Maybe. I don't know. Let's see. How to restart stream? I got an ad. Where should we start, Funny Boy, for your stories, by the way? Also, Fleur said, yeah, I maybe should edit the end of that chapter to include the time frame. Probably do that. And also, there's a typing error here. I forgot where. Instead of saying the word said, it said Seth. It's said with an F at the end. Oh yeah, here. Omega said afterwards, safe. Oi, oi, Captain. I don't know, brain. Boop, boop. Womp, womp. Oh, God. Adona's not supposed to stream for more than 2 hours. How did I miss that? It's okay. That's why we're here. Thank you for that, Torque. No worries, we got you. That's why we're here. We're here to catch misspellings and typing errors. Speaking of which, I should check out that script for that KK comic dub that we're oh wait, what? Wait, what? We're not doing another. We're not working on a project. I'm so sorry. There's a lot of things going on. Stream longer, pretty please. We are streaming longer than 2 hours. We're gonna get to Funny Boy stories. After that, then we can probably chill for a bit. Actually, I do want to read the comics because I do need to know what this. I need to know what the script says, and I need to know what I'm gonna be reading for the next dub. That's all I'll say. So maybe we'll get some time for it. So they just send an emote. Aeon Rain. I'm gonna read the comic live on streams. I don't want to do it. Is that a lie? Is that allowed, by the way? We are streaming stream gosh. Yo, maybe. More feelings. I will. You know what? Just for you, Blue. I will pretend like I'm in opera. I'm gonna pretend like I'm like a soprano or soap opera, and be like, and give all my emotion to it. I'm like, oh, why? It's not a crazy amount. It's a shorter one. Okay. Well, as long as I'm allowed to read it, that's fine. Also, Sam says, by the way, Toro, I don't know if you know, but Entitled Boxing game has a new style. I'm not. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it. I banish you to play Sonic 06. No. I'll play the recreation project. I'll play Project 06. We used to do that on stream. I'll play Project 06. Toro, you won't believe my luck. Simon, I know you're gonna say it. You got the new Finding Cell. You don't have to say it. I got you. Fucking course you are. Have fun. All right, bet. Also, no, I wasn't joking. The stream actually crashed. Funny boy, I need you to not crash on me. I need you alive. Which story you want to start with? Send in my DMs. Send in my DMs. Tori, you should check what we're talking about with each other when you're. You should check what we're talking about with each other when you were reading. I don't think they look up. Oh man. It's called Chronos, and has a free get out of jail free card. God damn. That's on. Damn. You gotta tell me more about that. Also, Simon says someone pulled an super rare Toro. I saw that. I was getting there. Uber super. Wait, why is it called Uber super rare? Oh my god. I don't even know what game that is, but sick. But also, what the fuck? I would like to scroll up and read, but I want to get to the stories real quick. Funny boy, hold on. Battle Cats? My computer's lagging. Give me a second. Okay. If you play Battle Cats, yeah, you should play Battle. Wait, is Battle? Wait, let me look at Battle Cats real quick. My brain's ADHD time. Let's go. Have I played Battle Cats before? Nope, I haven't. Since a real time change. What the fuck? Wait, this is a. Oh wait, Simon, this is what you pulled Hatsune Miku from Battle Cats. There was a collab. You can pull Hatsune Miku in How is that a Battle Cat? Mm-hmm. How? Oh my god, look at these cats. Yo, what? Oh, Battle Cats Wiki. Hatsune Miku enemy? Cat. You can pull literal gods in the game? Cat gods. Hatsune Miku are beloved. What the fuck? They throw random things? I'd assume so, but I'm mega confused. We're into chapter 4 onto the voices. Oh, okay, chapter 4. Let me get up there. I gotta go now. I'm getting more busy. No worries. We'll catch you later then, Flare. Bye-bye. You have a good one. I don't think I'll be returning. And you have a great night. Everyone sip about it, Flare. We'll catch you later, alright? This also cat looks like Jotaro with his stand. Okay, now I kind of want to play Battle Cats. Try to switch with Donut Battle Cat? This is fan made. I know this is a real one, right? There's got to be a real one. Donut Cat fan made. That's adorable. That's adorable. Alright, Eldract. A D&D story. On to chapter 4. Okay, are we all good, by the way? I want to see if it exists. Bye, see you for the next stream and see you in Discord. See you on the next stream. I will see you in Discord, player. Bye-bye. Donut Cat Furry Toro. No. No. Don't you dare. You should try out Battle Cats sooner or later. If you try out Battle Cats, I'll have a specific outfit for you guys. Don't get any ideas. Don't get any ideas. I'm gonna get a drink. Toro's a furry. No! No! Nuh-uh. You finished chapter 4, or are you trying to recap? I don't think we finished chapter 4. Did we finish chapter 4? He's kept it from us all this time. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. You guys, nuh-uh. ADHD sounds? I'm back. Wait, what did you clip? Bro's ADHD sounds kicked in. What is this? No. No. It's the brain rot getting to me. My buddy talks like this all the time. He goes like, all right. I'm like, okay, it's getting to me. It's getting to me slowly, dude. Like, it's actually rotting my own brain, dude. He was like, what the hell? I'm like, dude, stop, like, please, no. It's like, the thing is, they do it unironically. They do it all the time. Like, it's just absolute brain rot, and it just hurts my head so much. I remember one time we were looking at a meme, they're like, oh, that meme's brain rot, dude. I'm like, you're brain rot. Like, you hurt my head. I've been infected with the case of ADHD brain rot. Don't be revealing me like that, okay? Anyways, can we start reading? Are we gonna start reading? My ADHD autistic sound is moaning. What the f? Dude! Alright, let's just start. Chapter 4, A Warrior's Beginning. Entry number 5. Tisk, tisk, tisk. You did so well too. Wait, you didn't give him any mention of you, did you? I know you didn't, which is odd, because the only other way he would have known would be if someone told him, but that's impossible. You want me to tell the tale? Be more specific. Oh, that tale of Reinhardt. Of course. Oh, you want me to start at the Ironclad Keep? But that's so far ahead of the start. Alright, I'll do it. Reinhardt simply shrugged at Vistel. I just didn't notice. I'm not too keen on those senses. Ah, not the perceptive one. That's fine. Here, I'll lead you to my humble abode. Wouldn't want you to toy around with ancient magic like this amulet out in public. Could lead to issues. Vistel suggested, as Reinhardt seemed to ponder the offer. He thought about it, before shaking his head. In a minute, I still haven't gotten a weapon, Reinhardt eventually answered. Smart. We would need a weapon for the challenges that lie ahead. And the mayor did offer me some gold to slay the golems. Vistel just looked at Reinhardt as if he were dumb. You would offer gold to kill something? I spent all that gold on a helmet. Reinhardt thought for a moment before realizing the mistake he made. That's an incredibly fair point. How would I require... Wait a second, we did this chapter. Our clip is amazing. Please no, very weird sounds. Minor. We just I say I'm imagining just like, dude, whenever you're like when your brain farts, you're just like, oh. It's funny. Also, we read this chapter. I'm gonna skip down a bit. Basically, Reinhardt convinced some dwarves to give him money, or convinced some dwarves to get kicked out of the bar. So the dwarf bar guy, the bar owner, gives him gold coins, and he buys money. Okay, where's the next chapter? The voices. Also, do you need the website too? No. We gotta look at that later. We gotta look at that. Dwarves? Yes, dwarves. They're all dwarves, Kai. Something. Entry number 6. Not much to say about the story at the point we've gotten. I'm sure you figured out this character the narratives keep getting deleted by. You can probably guess that the next step that Reinhardt is taking. Since I can't predict the future, I guess all that can really be told is me. And I'm sure you wonder who's writing these entries. Who's speaking through them anyways? I'm not seeing this one. I did see it. Did I not see it? My brain wanted to say it. I won't say it. I started too close for starting me moaning. So I'm not going to look at that. Sam, we're not looking at that. Anyways, continue on. The loud clanging startled Reinhardt at first, but he respected shops enough to not barge into employee-only areas. But what? Hold on. I'm gonna change music quick. Where is it? I put some bar music on, huh? Bam. So respawn to one of them already. There's no backing up. I didn't hear it. I'm not gonna go back just to hear it. I didn't hear it. Alright. But what if we benefit from this? What if we benefit from this? A small voice spoke. Wait, hold on a moment. Who are you? My name? I do not remember. Well, then what are you doing here? This is my story to tell, not yours. It even seems like our adventure noticed you. Reinhardt? Yeah, I know. But I also don't. Well, it appears you have a new character. Narrator? What even are you? I don't even know that. But I know I don't have a body. The voice just sounded almost too joyful at the remark. At what remark? Why are you narrating me? It's my job so the listener can have a better understanding of what's happening. Really? That sounds funny. Apologies, but I have to get back to telling the story now. Oh, well, I suppose I will just see you later. Yes, I suppose you will. Who was that? Recap. And the boundless expanse of the Eldracht, where whispers of forgotten ages intertwined with the ever-shifting currents of fate. Our tale unfurls like the delicate petals of a mysterious bloom, embark upon this journey once more as we traverse the winding paths of intrigue and unravel the enigmatic tapestry that binds our protagonist Reinhardt to the destiny of this arcane realm. Our saga begins amidst the cacophony of conflict, where the clash of weapons echo through the air like a haunting melody. In the midst of this tumult, Reinhardt awakens to a world veiled in shadows and steeped in uncertainty. His senses assailed by the discordant symphony of battle. Yet, amidst the chaos, a lone voice pierces the darkness, a cryptic message laden with sorrow and regret. I'm sorry. This was the only way. I hope you can understand, brother. With these enigmatic words lingering in his mind, like a lingering spectre, Reinhardt adventures forth into the heart of Eldracht, while mysteries abound and legends came to life. Birds chirp, their songs drowned out by the clanging of weapons, as our protagonist is thrust into the realm where every reality itself seems to bend and warp with every passing moment. But Reinhardt is not alone in this labyrinthine world of wonders and dangers. Along his journey, he encounters a myriad of beings, much more enigmatic than the last. From the brooding presence of Nyxaros, a figure shrouded in darkness and steeped in legend, to the gruff yet stalwart dwarf, Gorik, guardian of the ironclad keep. Reinhardt's path is fraught with peril and possibilities. As he delves deeper into the mysteries of Eldracht, Reinhardt's resolve is tested time and again, his courage tempered by the trials that lie ahead. From the menace of the rogue golems to the machinations of hidden adversaries, each challenge he faces serves to shape his character and strengthen his resolve, guiding him ever closer to his ultimate destiny. Hydration. Yet, amidst the shadows and whispers that haunt Eldracht, there are moments of respite and camaraderie to be found. Allies emerge from the darkness, with their presence a beacon of hope amidst the encroaching gloom. Whether it be the enigmatic mage, Vistal, whose motives remain veiled in shadow, or the steadfast companionship of fellow travelers, Reinhardt finds solace in the bonds forged amidst the chaos. But as soon as our hero's journey unfolds, a sinister presence looms on the horizon, its dark influence casting a pall over the land. Nyxaros, the embodiment of ancient malevolence, stands as a formidable foe, his intentions unveiled in shadow, and his power unmatched. As Reinhardt's path converges with that of this enigmatic figure, the true extent of his destiny begins to emerge, his fate intertwined with the very fabric of Eldracht himself. Also, I saw that it didn't go off. So I've got this news about a new Uber rate I got, and it's overpowered. It has a mid recharge speed, fast walk speed, fast attack speed, and can cause savage blows. Toro, you need to play Battle Cats. I have no idea what that means. That sounds cool. I guess so. Is TTS been dead for a while? Really? Oh shit. We'll get it fixed later. Anyways, and so, as Reinhardt strides ever forward, braving the shadows and embracing the light, he stands poised on the threshold of greatness, ready to confront whatever challenges lie ahead and forge his own path amidst the chaos that echoes of Eldracht. For in the crucible of adversary, amidst the echoes of forgotten truths, the hero's journey unfolds, guarded by the whispers of destiny, and fueled by the fire of his own indomitable spirit. And that is the recap of the story. I wasted 1K, was it? You wasted 1K? Also, Sam, you said turkey earlier. You sound like a turkey. Did I hear the narrator being part of the actual story? Yes, Eve. The narrator is part of the story. You are correct. You are 100% correct. I think Phil, did you message me? Phil, are you on stream? Nope, I got it. Nope, never mind. Phil messaged me a story. Phil is not on stream. I forgot. Taking out how many narrators have died. I think 3. I think 3 of them have died. My brain says I think 3 of them have died. No, 2. Maybe 2. I think we're on the 3rd one. I think I'm saying we're on the 3rd one. I don't know. I think we're on the 3rd one. Let me know if I'm wrong. Also, this is the page. We read this before. 2 or 3, I don't know. You wrote this story. Yeah, do you not know you wrote this? I'm not going to question. I'm not going to question anyone. Anyways, I think, so this is the subject 1. The entity, alias is Nyxaros, Void, the man above reality, him or he. We've seen this one. We've read this one. We also read this one. We caught up information on subject 1 and 2. Day 2, examining. We need to reach this, okay. Yeah, I can't spoil things, shut up. Alright, fair enough. I love narrators being part of the story. Yeah, me too. It makes things more interesting. I like fourth wall breaking stuff, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay, let's read this real quick. Day 2. Sorry, I'm a bardcore now. Where is it? Who needs a fourth wall exactly? Break that shit! Break it! I'm gonna pick different music for this because we're done with the D&D's parts. Okay. Hey, who took my fourth wall? who took it? Who took it? Day 2 of examining subject 1 and subject 2. Abel, if these games must come to an end at some point. If you continue listening to these fools, I can assure you, you will be the one responsible for what happens next. Throughout the night, we monitored the 2 subjects. Subject 1, the origin, has undergone a subtle change. He appears larger, and his pitch black body seems to be dripping with a strange black substance. We assume that you have found the logs by whomever orchestrated this. Oh, and we have found a new subject in subject 1's containment cell, but he has already escaped the pure steel room. We shall name him subject 3 in the meantime. There was no destruction, but there was a strange message seemingly burnt into the walls, most of it incoherent. But we have gathered blank cannot contain blank blank oh blank the rest were scratched out. Could they be the puppeteer? Without evidence, it remains unknown. Nevertheless, we suspect he did something to subject 1, because they're acting different after the interaction. Subject 2, the storyteller. We had only monitored to see what more they can do. Their room has continued to expand beyond the walls we had originally given them. No other changes have been shown. This should be like a SCP thing. You should write subject 1-1. Oh shit. SCP 402003 or something like that. That's my birth year. Anyways. Oh, it is. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Subject 1-A, the origin. Day 2 of examining. Seems to be in stage 2. Larger. A black goo dripping from his body. The facility has collected a sample of it, and it seems to react heavily to rubber. There will be an entry on the substance, which we shall name Subject 1-B, which also means Subject 1 is now Subject 1-A. Not about SCPs and me. For real. Bro, I heard SCP. You say SCP, Sam comes in like, where? Oh, that's funny. Subject 1-B, the substance. Despite the goo-like substance not being capable of speaking, we have learned a lot. Subject 1-B, labeled the substance, is friendly towards the facility staff. We have limited our questions to yes or no's, as they seem to have an understanding of English language. We write yes and no on the paper. Slide it towards the subject 1-B, and answer by sliding towards whichever they think. They seem to react dangerously to rubber, of all substances. It burns them, but the stain left on the rubber quickly becomes an issue if not contained. The stain grows into more glue, which hardens into obsidian. This reaction is only dangerous due to the subject being able to absorb most of anything, and the obsidian rock can make it grow larger. The larger the glue becomes, the more dangerous it can be due to the uncertainty of its limits consuming things. Subject 2, the storyteller. Today, Subject 2 refused to cooperate. We mentioned Nick Saros' character, which seemed to quiet him. He then responded with hostility in his voice, mentioning how he should be ashamed of trying to twist his story by adding a false character. However, he sounded as if he knew who we were referring to. There was a tone of fear and recognition. Boss says, "This is an incredible revelation. I don't trust him." Subject 1-A. Subject 1 had evolved to stage 2 and has grown slightly larger, more hostile, now taking. Not much new information is present today. We conclude this as a failure. Subject 1-B, the substance, has provided us with little but helpful information. We know that Subject 1-A is not the puppeteer we suspected him to be. We also know to try and containing Subject 3 in a rubber room, as the way Subject 1-B reacts is promising. Information Subject 2. He knows something. Also, this red screen, as much as I love it, it is burning my retinas. It is burning my retinas so hard, I look off the red screen, everything hurts. Funny boy, please change it to a slightly different tone of red. Please. Trying to figure out what an image is, how to make an image of Scott where he put something and made it appear on the brighten up. It only appears when you brighten up the image. I know what you're talking about. Day 3 of examining the subjects. I see. You truly don't trust me, do you? Please, you don't understand. You can't take this from me. I won't let you. Have a shade of red. One more log. I got you. No! Funny with my eyes! Okay, day 3 of examining the subjects. Looking back at yesterday's logs, it appears that something has been messing with our files. Unfortunately, we cannot do anything about this interference. Despite this, we had another encounter with Subject 3. This time, they were found in Subject 2's room. The reason I don't say cell is because, well, after they transformed it, it isn't really a cell. Subject 3 was seen speaking to Subject 2, and we intervened. We tested our rubber theory, but it didn't work. There were new marks in the walls, but it was just more coherent version of the last night's message. You, blank A, blank blank. At blank C in the one control. As usual, the rest was scratched out. Stop predicting things now. JoJo's! Subject 1A, the origin. We spoke to Subject 1A about their personality. This is personally. You want to tweak that, by the way. We know that they aren't exactly harmful. At least, not in this stage. They mentioned something to Subject 2 mentioned earlier. That the characters in the story had a mind of their own, yada yada. They also told us something about the entity that had been appearing in the other subjects' rooms. Subject 1 apparently knows them on a personal level. Our suspicions have, yet again, been proven wrong. Instead of the puppeteer, we shall label them the Weaver based on information provided to us at the facility. This concludes today's logs. Subject 1B, the substance. No new information. Actually, I think I meant them personally. Okay, well, that's rough. That's so rough, by the way. Subject 2, the storyteller. He's worrying our staff. We brought up the 4th chapter of his story, mainly the end, and his voice glitched. If that's the term, it was as if he wasn't speaking. He wasn't him. Something spoke for him. But the man who interrogated him today claimed that it was all fuzzy. It's right there, sorry. Another typo. It was all fuzzy. I've done enough interrogations to know when someone's lying. He was no exception. Not enough information to gather for the final information page. Try again tomorrow. Day 4 of examining. Just kidding. Look at the prior logs. I suppose they like to call me their subject. Which subject? It's not that easy. Ah, word. I know where you're hiding. I know you're hiding behind that screen. In front of, oh, I'd say roughly 13 people. Let's go into my examinations, shall we? Subject. Toroke _ V3. Hey, yo! Actually, I think like 9 people. Actually. Whatever happened to the other versions I ponder? This subject appears to be human in the real world. And an internet donut. What an interesting choice. I hear most humans have a scopesthesia. That's something you do not have. For my investigations, you don't need me to tell you what I mean by that. By the time of me writing this, you have 394 followers. Actually 395, actually, sir. By the time you're reading this, it probably went up at least once. Oh, fine. Go check for me, will you? He got me. He got me. Don't worry, I'm joking. I can look at it for you. Close to 400, my dear reader. I could use your viewers as subjects, but this is much more entertaining. As unfortunate as it may be, I must go now. Wouldn't want them figuring out our little conversation. Day 4 of examining the subjects. Something locked us out of our logs for a few days. We had to cease all examinations for the time being. Alas, we seem to have gained access to our logs once more. New changes to Subject 1-A has been witnessed, such as more growth, height, and width-wise. We ask you to report any disturbances in the files to the Entity Nexus facility staff. Subject 1-A, the origin. Subject 1-A has grown more. It seems you didn't listen to me in the first few entries. Either way, we've monitored Subject 1-A's behavior. They're getting aggressive more often. They seem longer, not taller, more slender. No new information is present due to their failure to cooperate. Subject 1-B, the substance. Surprise, surprise, a pile of goo doesn't give much information. Subject 2, the storyteller. He's given us new information. The hidden logs in today's chapter is labeled as the second due to something in a poem he made. The facility is currently decoding the log. Bam. Oh, there you go. And that was that. My eyes, holy. I like the new logs. I'm a little threatened, but I like the new logs. Just a tiny bit threatened. A little bit scared. But that was cool. Now what? Well, first off, awesome stories. Everyone's stories today were awesome. We read through like 2.5 hours of stories. So let's give everyone some credit. I'm gonna give applause for everyone's story. Everyone, real quick. That's epic, man, dude. For real is. We do have 15 minutes. We're probably gonna raise someone. Yay! Sam's gonna be added. Okay, can I show this? Can I show the script? Coco, can I show the script to everyone on stream or no? Oh god, I have the most lines again. Yay! Yes, you may. Alright, bet. Alright, so thank you for that. Thank you for that, dude. So this is the script. The log line is the best one I've written. Oh wait, hold on. Let me find every single Galacta line. Nope. It's labeled Aeon. Every single Aeon line, okay? I have 53 lines. Uli has 38. Everyone's lines combined is close to how many lines I have, I think. Right, 48. Okay, basically, just slightly over mine. Holy shit! I just I'm not complaining. I'm just wait. No, it sounds like I'm complaining. Maybe a slightly bit. I'm a little worried. Okay, it's Galactus Comic Man. True. I'm worried. Oh my god, there's gonna be so much to read. Okay, where's the log line? I just want to see if there's any typos. There's always a typo somewhere. Wait, is it exhausted with a U first or A first? Wait, is that right? It's an A first. Look at that. It didn't take long. Dog, you should have used Grammarly. This is bullying. The first line. anyways, the switch to bright red to pure white hurts, and I'm sorry. It hurts, dude. I'm going blind. I'm literally going blind. I hate white, but I'm white. Ah, Jesus, Sam. Same here. Wait, what? No, I was kidding. I'm kidding. Please, it's a joke. It's a joke. Also, this is such a. Also, nobody tells him what scopesthesia means. I'm not gonna look it up. I'll wait till someone tells me. I'm not gonna look it up. I really want to, but I'm not gonna. Also, this word armor. This is such a European thing or Australian thing. Everyone in America just spells it without the U. It's amazing. It's actually amazing. That is how you spell it. I know it's not a typing error, right? It's fine. Like how you also spell color. You don't say color. You spell it color. Okay. But actually, I'm actually no. Synesthesia is a neurological condition where the simulation of one sensory or cognitive pathway, for example hearing, leads to automatic involuntary experiences in a second sensory or cognitive pathway, such as vision. Simply put, then when one sense is activated, another unrelated sense is activated at the same time. So like when fucking brain knots connected to other brain knots. I actually write color. I actually write color, so I'm actually mixed. What? Wait, what else do you do? Well, how do you guys say? You guys say caramel or caramel? I think another like country-based thing. That's what I found, not me. I just copy and pasted it. I think. Okay. Well, I think it was scopesthesia, not synesthesia. But I think we're getting the right idea here. Also, there's another typo here. All right, I better find another typo. Sorry. It's just really fun to point these out. Also, this is like how many pages? Oh, we have a lot. We have 13 pages. It's a lot to read. Wow. Huh. So on the title page for AV Comics, on the page itself, I wrote Valor. And then in the description, I wrote Valor. How do you write both? Well, technically, I think for Valor, you can also write both, E2, but that's interesting. I know that because I actually, a person I work with named their what was it company? Named their group Valor Studios, and they use it without the U. I used to go back and forth constantly. Blue says caramel. I say both. You know, I'm a little weird too. I say both caramel and caramel. It depends on my mood or whoever said it last. If someone said caramel recently, I'll say caramel. If someone says caramel like recently, I'll say caramel. It just depends on whatever people say. Or the log lines are at the top. Where is it? Pause. Huh? Where am I? Blah, blah, blah. Ugh, my head. Why does this feel like deja vu? This water's been here. My armor. Where is my armor? I look like a child. I can't defend myself like this. Oh, this awful. I'm gonna make fun of it for sure. Howdy upset. What an idiot. How dare he? Omega's not even there, dog. This is the afterworld. How could you assume that Omega would know? Not the top. That's not the top, but okay. Wait, what? Oh, the poorly done logline. Aeon dies. Has a conversation with his regret, also known as Rue. Wakes up and proceeds to have a conversation with Omega. Then they sleep. Revy's up to no good. Beautiful. 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 I'd copy paste the meaning of Google, and but Google said fuck you. So basically, scopastasia is the feeling you get when someone's watching you. Oh, dude, I get that feeling never. I always feel like no one's watching me, except for the fact that there's people who watch me every time I stream. But you know, unironically, I don't feel watched. Voice actors, maybe. I strongly recommend you read through the comic for better understanding. Here's a look at the comic, by the way. What chapter? Series cover. Fuck. Oh man, I have to go through every single. Wait, no, I know how to traverse this. I know how to traverse this. Hold on. We'll go to gallery. We'll go to Kirby's Nightmare series, and then we'll go to the subcategories, and then we'll go Angelic Valor, and then we go down here. Yeah, I know how to use DeviantArt. I'm so good at this. There it is. This is it. Bam. Oh no, it's the old title page. I'm an idiot. Wait. What title page? Wait, did I miss it? Yeah, that's it, Lamont. Oh, okay. What Kai says? Why can't I voice act? You can. You know, we had auditions for the project. You could have auditioned for it. Why just like practice Patrick stop for a second? Is mayonnaise an instrument? Oh, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Oh. What the fuck is Google on about this now? You might hear the name Alex and see green. Huh. Alex. You look like green. The title page is linked to the old one. I need to change it to the new one. That's all. Oh, shit. Also, Kai says, oh shit, I can't. I need a good mic. Shit. Well, you know, if you depending on your role, you can get a smaller line with a bad mic. I don't know. Koku's the one that casts. You can ask them. The only reason I don't voice act is because I have the sudden urge to scream at the top of my lungs in the middle of anything and refuse to contain that urge. You keep that in the lines, and you put them as bloopers, right? Pure gold there. Oh shit, where's my one? Look at him. Look at the little Aeon. He's just crying. Look at him crying. Is that Nue? Their regret? This is their regret manifested. Look at that black mascara. Look at that dripping makeup. It's so edgy. It's so edgy. That's amazing. Look at his eyes. They listen to Linkin Park, yeah. Or they also listen to every single like edgy like early 2000s. Crawling in my skin. These rules they will not hear. Imagine being in the church, or however you spell it. Church? Take me to church. Imagine the blooper sections go, okay, fun boy. So you got stabbed. Say your line. I got you. Or just from a light voice to a deep voice. I could probably play a young character for around 14 to 16-year-old maybe. I don't know. Give it a shot. You know, we have a thing called casting call. Yeah, I haven't checked my casting call in a while. Oh, you guys can check this out. Look at that. Don't mind that. I don't know what that is. You can check out casting call. Oh, people have checked my things recently. Cool. And you can look at you can audition for projects. Like let's say here. Don't look at that Spider-Man stuff. Look, this is Koku and them's last. What is the image stretched out? This is the casting page for the project. Spider-Man. Look at that stretched. It's so long, dude. Yeah. wide nights. Wide Valerie. Wide. And it's really cool. Also, when you brought up your viewer count, I'd like you to know that I've updated it every day in chance we can hold a reading stream. Wait, funny boy, you can make a code for that. You can learn how to code if you want. Angelic Wide Adventures. Or the tears that the tears have somehow burned themselves on this permanent mark or something or other. For real. That's just permanent blue. Not wide enough, dude. Let's make it wider. But this is also like this is already casted. Everything's already here. Like you can see like, oh, this is Aeon's Rue, the edgy, you know, regret. You can like, oh, let's say who got casted for this project. Rain Cali. RainCali.y. You can listen to the audition or something like that, you know.
So you're here then
and
again.
They have like sample lessons like, hey,
you should be more careful.
Yeah, you should be more careful.
People might dodge death once, but twice isn't so common.
See, like it's like,
especially since you're here on your own.
And so you just like send your stuff like in and stuff like that, and this project's for everything. Like this one's for, you know, Koku's projects. Koku usually sends them out. So next time you want to get into the comic dub, you can just ask. 5 more followers for being close. Also 5 more. We're 5 away from cooking stream. Don't remind me. Okay. The deadline appeared 5 months ago. Top right. I remember doing this. I got 2 roles. One because I got lucky and I wanted to be political actor, and then I got an Asbel by pure joking accident. So, you know, you never know. You never know. You guys should try auditioning. It's fun. It's really, really fun. I also sent a line here. I sent the audition here. I couldn't get this one though. No, but Violet, Josh did great. I was trying to slowly steal every role. I'll play everyone. Let's throw my voice acting something and check. If only I could speak it. There's an interesting role that may come out though. See, however, that depends on turn of action was attempted or not. Wait. What do you mean if I want to attempt it or not? What is this character? What is this interesting role? My curiosity is piqued. Also, it is time now to start rating people. I'm going to start looking that up. You guys keep talking chat. Let's go troll and say, hey, Vsauce Michael here. And then someone submits. And here, I'm going to be honest. I did do like a Kermit the Frog voice. We did a Kermit the Frog audition or something like that. Oh, we can raid Emporio. Emporio is a good friend of ours. They're playing Roblox though, so if you guys like playing anime Roblox games, I think it's just you, Kai. You can go join Emporio. But I might have to start editing a video after we are in the stream. Ending probably. We're probably ending. If everyone just say hi, and then you guys want to rate, like lurk me, like leave. Hold up, I need your casting call account. What do you need my account for? I mean, I'll throw it in. Just hold on. That picture is totally not me, by the way. Do not look at that and think, oh, that's Tor. Okay. My head hurts. Bye, Lamau. Okay, bye, funny boy. I had a different actor for Meta as a child, but I'd be curious if you want to try him as a child or pass that role over. You mean like Aeon as a child, or Asbel as a child? Look up. Wait. Wait. Aeon was a small baby child. I feel like if I do Aeon as a child, it's just be Asbel. I'll just sound like Asbel, but I'll have a different mannerisms. We'll have different mannerisms. Like instead of being like, oh, I'm so happy all the time, I'm like, oh, all right, well, cool, yeah, or something like more edgier. I don't know, or something like more like quiet. You know, he's a depressed child. We could do that. We could try that. We could try. He did grow up alone. That makes sense. Aww. Don't worry. You got a pal right here. I'll give you a little hug, buddy. let me get this profile. You really want this? I'll throw this in the chat. You can have that. You can have that, Kai. Still can't pin it, but you can have that. Okay. Who wants to play Roblox? Alright. You guys know what to do. I think, okay, I want to make sure I don't have any announcements to make before. I like end stream. Do we have anything? Not me. It's okay. We'll just pop by and say hi. And then anyone wants to stay. Kai, they're playing Type Soul, so if you want, you can play join up Type Soul, or you can work on that casting call page. Totally not me in that picture, by the way. It's totally not me. Also, Toro, what's up? I'm brain design. You. You Type Soul. Dude, my buddies are still grinding the hell out of Type Soul. I'm just here, just vibing. I haven't touched Type Soul. I might play Deep Oaken again. I don't know. I need a reason to get back into GPO. There's no reason to get back in though. I need a bigger pick than that. Nope. Can't give you another one. When you go through your lines, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but not as sorry as well. For nothing in particular. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I'm concerned. Should I be concerned? Nothing? Alright. Well, I will know that when I start reading the lines properly, I will give you a DM saying, "What the fuck?" or something like that. Something along those lines. Or just like, huh? You'll see it. When I message you that out of the blue, you know I read it. That's all. That's all. I don't know if I'll get to it like anytime. I might be able to get to it by the end of the week. We'll see. I just quit my second job, but I still have to. I put my 2 weeks in, so I still have 2 weeks there, so I might be free. I want you to. You'll say, "I never want to see Ula-Lee again." I feel bad for Ula-Lee. Ula-Lee messaged the Discord saying, "I support this in every way," and out of nowhere, and I was just like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry." All right, we'll just give a quick raid though. You guys know what to do. I'm gonna go. We're gonna raid. I'm gonna go lurk. I want to say I need to do something, but at the same time. Epic raid time, let's go. Yeah, at the same time, I don't think I have anything to say besides Horror Game Friday. Friday Frights Friday. 2 days from now. So yeah, I'm gonna look for that. We might play Simulacrum again, who knows. Bye bye Toro, bye bye everyone. See you all on the next stream. Hope you guys enjoy story time. And I will see you all then. Bye bye. Raid, raid, raid.
With this guy. You're weird, buddy. You're weird.